Good morning, um, good evening, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome and welcome. Welcome to today's edition. Welcome to the show as you join us. Let us know where you are following us from or where you are joining us from. Let's share the show, the runoff. The runoff. Let's share the show. Let us know where you are following us from, please. It's important for us to know where you are joining us from. Please let us know. We'd like to know where you are joining us from. Let's share the show, please. The runoff. The runoff. The runoff. Let's share the show. Let us know where you're following us from. The runoff. Let us know. A lot to talk about, a lot to unpack. But let's share the show, folks. Let us know. We'll be recognizing you this afternoon, today. But let us know where you're following us from. Let us know. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. There is a lot happening. So happy weekend to all of you. Let us know where you are following us from, please. It is important that we know. There is a lot happening. Please let us know where you're joining us from as we get into this conversation here this afternoon. Let us know where you're joining us from. We'll be recognizing you. I don't know, my background, or it seems a little blurry here. I'm not sure what's going on, but let's share the show. Let us know where you're joining us from. Siku will be joining us. There's a lot of updates we have to give you. There is a lot of updates we have to give you. We even have an update on the arrest of the IT guy. There is a lot going on in the back end. Things are happening, things are unfolding. The facts and the realities will unfold as we go into the runoff and walk past the runoff on the 14th. But let's share the show, please. We'll play one gospel music. Then you know that we'll put ourselves together. Then we'll play another music. But in the meantime, let's start it. Let's start it with the gospel music quick. Give me 1 second. Hallelujah, Hosanna, Hallelujah, Hosanna. It's a dog, yes, it is. Oh, the man, the man. Okoro, the man. Okay, come back here. Only one in a regular mode. Papa, we give you all the praise. We give you all the praise. On your name, my church of the sleep. On your name, my church of the sleep. I'm gonna tell my man not to hold it. I'm gonna keep you up to tomorrow. Thank you very, 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 very much, folks. Let's share the show. I had to do something, so I had to step away, but I'm back. Like my boy John Singway Colley from Monument Community would say, he bounced back, so I bounced back. I bounced back. Folks, there are a lot of things happening. But anyway, happy Saturday. Sorry I'm late. I woke up late. Allergy was killing me. But I'm doing much better now. I didn't even think I would have come on, but I said, let me make my way up here. But let's share the show. Today's Saturday, November 11th, 2023. And the time here in Phoenix, Arizona is 11:28 a.m. Like I said earlier, Siku will be joining the conversation. Monk will be joining the conversation. And if the other Cyrus from Liberia is not tired, he will be joining the conversation. A lot of things are happening. There is a lot going on. Let us know where you're joining us from today for the conversation. You know, as I am sitting here and scrolling through the phone trying to get one or two things going. Yo, don't worry. Yo, soon hold it there. Yo, relax. Hold it there by here now. Yo, hold it there. Yo, hold it there. We're not worried about yo. Yo, hold it there. As I'm sitting here scrolling through the phone, I'd like to remind us that the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. I don't care who says what. I don't care what is going on. In America, sometimes they can be very, very annoying, some of them. But they deserve it, you know. Let's share the show. Let us know where you're following us from, folks. We want to welcome you to this edition. As you are already aware, in other news, you know what? Let me recognize one or two of you first before we get to other news and then get to a quick musical break again. Then we'll be right back. Right after we get back, will be the talking time. But let's recognize some of you. If you tell us where you're from, we will. If you tell us where you're from, we'll recognize you. If you don't, we'll skip you. We will. So let's start off with, is that Gamen Givler? Gamen Givler says she's watching us from Atlanta, Georgia. Peach, well, I heard as the Peach City, or however you term it, Peach City, Peach State, whatever you guys term it as. But yes, Georgia is a good place to be. Been there a couple of times. I should be going there soon again. You hear me? Ernestine Bernard, watching from Atlanta, Georgia as well. Wait, if you don't look at the Georgia pool, getting too plenty on you, what is going on in Georgia there? Gerard Yond, watching us from Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, we haven't had too many people from Baltimore, Maryland lately, or from Maryland lately. Musa Sharif is watching us from Atlanta. So we have 3 Atlanta people so far. Let's see. We're going down the list here. Yon Big Boy, Yan Big Boy Yan is watching us from New Jersey near the Gossip Wawa. Yep. The other time I was on the East Coast. I was in Philadelphia. I was looking for a Wawa to go sit down there. I couldn't find a Wawa, so I had to drive all the way to New Jersey. Across the border, go to New Jersey to find one of the Wawa there. Gossip Wawa there. Wawa then I used to be good now, but people changed it now to Gossip place. Yep. So Wawa is not necessarily bad, but hey. And Walter H.T. Wilson is watching us from Dwazon, Robertsfield Highway. Okay. Robertsfield Highway. Okay. Thank you for following us from that far. Yes, Monk will be joining us. Let's go down the list here and see who are here. Ibrahim Sinayoko is following us from San Antonio, Texas. Okay. If you're not telling where you're watching from, your own. Wow. Sedi1 Jebel is watching us from Jacksonville, Florida. Okay. Hanel Flomo is watching us from Minnesota. So we got 1 Minnesota person. Golden Hat, what's up, my man? And Sata Goba is watching us from Ghana, GH. Okay. Barbara Barbie Charles is watching us from Singapore. Hey, you big guy in Singapore. You big guy, Singapore. Umentro Kranga is watching us from Minnesota. I don't know if I met Umentro in person. I think I met you in person a year ago. I'm not sure. I think I ran into you in Minnesota to a cookout or whatever it is. They have plenty of CDs and making on the other side. You people making on the other side. ANC people making on the other side. I just put my face cap on that day when I sat in my quiet space looking and I just shouting all day. I said, yeah, it'll be fun. You'll see yourself. Tene Twer is from New Jersey. One of the Gossip State too. Gossip place, New Jersey. Gaman Jensen is watching us from PA. Prince Sirleaf II is watching us from Charlotte, North Carolina. Purple King is watching us from New Papua Guinea. Golden Hat watching us from Liberia. I understand, my brother. Sonny Jala watching us from Kolahu. Okay. Now we're talking about going my area now. Kolahu, Vahu, Popalahu, Zozo. Okay. Greet our people over there, my man. Bolahu, greet everybody over there. You're talking about the bandit territory now. Our area there. That place I come from. I'm proud to be from there. Very much so. But let's move on. Emmanuel Bra is watching us from Oro Community, District 10. That's the district of Yege Koluba. Sata Goba says she's in Ghana, GH. Okay. Nyata Dakina is watching us from the Sunshine City. Yes, the Sunshine State of California. Nyata, what's up? We need to compare notes. It's been a while. Okay. It's been a while. Mark is watching us from Columbus, Ohio. Okay. We got one Ohio person today. Mark, what's up? Mark always following. Thank you so much. Mark is one of the loyal people I always follow. My sister Decon T is watching us from Atlanta, Minnesota. Okay. She probably in Minnesota or she in Atlanta or something. But I know she in Minnesota. And I will be coming that Tobagiwa I missed. I got to show feedback or to get happy. Hanel Flomo is watching us from Minnesota. Wilfer Carlon is watching us from Newcastle, Delaware. Thank you, Wilfer Carlon, for sharing the show. Drika Gibson is watching us from Wisconsin. Wisconsin must be cool at this time of the year. It must be. It has to be. There is no if and then about it. Nestor Far. What? This name is Nesfar Farley. Watching us from St. Paul, Minnesota. What didn't going on, Minnesota, boy? Y'all all of their packet. Y'all got it. Y'all one of the bigger guys state. Anyway, what didn't concern me there. So long, my Minnesota boy, yeah, happy. My Minnesota boy, I can trust them. Anytime I go to Minnesota, the hospitality can be humongously gigantic. So respect to my Minnesota people. Yeah, respect to my Minnesota people. They play well they stay well when you go. Everybody adding to civil law. The Atlanta, Georgia. And Philadelphia and all it'll be adding civil law there. Where for that is that what you Philadelphia and all what they can say boning dozen, but they can be adding civil law when you go there. When you enter Philadelphia, my own border, what was the road before? They'll be adding civil law. I just be looking at that as they look at. What they can say boning dozen, right on ruling there. Right anyway. I ain't want to get my location where I can be there, so let me just leave that part. It'll be sunny, especially whenever northeast. And we adding to civil law. I all the way on the north side, the south side, you all the way northeast. Then you tell me, say that means we'll drive to go see you. You put your life together. You don't see where, but like, you don't see where. But anyway, let's move on. Allison is watching us from Des Iowa. Okay, we got 2 Iowa people. Millard Kekula is watching us from Dallas, Texas. Texas people here too. Lucretia Gibson. So Lucretia Gibson, this particular place you called, I was in a training, not a training. We had I don't know how to term it, but it was more like a meet, but then it turned into a convention with a couple of, doctors, and I think it was last week. And one of them was from the same place, Kenyapolis. It sounded weird. I was like, I thought the person meant Minneapolis, but then when I read the paper, I was like, oh, that's where he's from. North Carolina. Okay. So yeah, it does exist. I agree with you. Minnesota people so far leading. We got two or three people from Ohio. Iowa people seem like they're trooping in as well. We say introduce yourself, some people coming and writing about GMB and writing about Costa and writing about CPP or Mr. Alexander coming. Tell you that you're learning out together. You can follow simple instructions. Just to introduce yourself again, you leave yourself. You're talking about other people. You don't see real manner person. All of you writing about yourself, writing other things that I don't even matter. The show not style. You're not serious. You're not serious. They're going to put your life together. They give you perfect opportunity to introduce yourself and tell where you watching us from. You can't follow that simple instruction and you say your life together. Your life not together. It's a red flag. It's a red flag that you're not serious for life. Just introduce yourself and tell you watching us from. Simple. We'll give you attention for the next 10, 15 minutes just so we can interact. So at least for once, when your friend is listening to the show, they can hear or call your name too. But you don't value yourself. You don't value your own life that Joseph Baga let you value, that Joria let you value, that Coleman let you value. You see your life? You see your life? The time when you even so talk about yourself, you don't even talk about yourself. Because your whole mindset is to promote other people, you forget about yourself, to your own detriment. Put your life together, man. Introduce yourself. You're not die if you talk about yourself and where you live in, that's it. Just tell when we get to that other side, we'll talk about. We're getting the politics, but we'll talk about it now. Y'all know we don't shy away from the issue, but discuss the politics. But just tell where you're watching from. Your friend here renting where they're watching. People renting from far places, different parts of the globe, introducing themselves and letting people know where they're watching from. So many here too, maybe they're hustling. Maybe they could rather stay and where they're from. Someone will get into different red water and they what they call. You never know, but you hear wrecking about politics. Slow down, raise your body, my brother. Or my sister, raise your body. The politics will talk about it. And tell where you're watching it from, you're not that. We get somebody all the way from Belgium, from Norway. If we get put in who in Norway and now, like, can connect with the president here now, when something happen, maybe we can go for the presidential shower. But for you to do that when you're not doing it, you dare wrecking Joseph Boakai and seriously? You're not serious for your life. So You ain't got no other thing you can do. Because after the show, me and Sekou, tonight we get chilling, we going on. We're going there. We get meeting from there, we finish, we do our attire, our roasted, we'll be chilling. We don't even worry about your show them, they don't take tomorrow again. But you probably can't in the deal, say again in the deal. Put your life together, my brother. Put yourself together and do something with your life. I beg you. Yeah, for one, well, we got some help from North Dakota, Claudius. Thank you for following us. Claudius D Major, thank you so much for North Dakota. We got Des Moines, Iowa people, okay, Atlanta, Georgia. We got people following from Norfolk, Virginia as well. Thank you, Tole, for following. We got Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia, and Minnesota seem to be on a serious competition about, the following year, though. We must say that. Tenerife from Richmond, Virginia. Okay. No, it's fairly cool over there. Even people there who use CDG and who just say they can follow instruction, they are following instruction now. You get people red beret or they're following simple instruction. You might know their life is not balanced, but you who say you're educated people, can you hold day Joseph Boaka, LA coming, and you're against Joseph Boaka. You serious, man? You serious, man, human being? You're not serious, man. You're 7%, you 2%, you're supposed coming, you're equal money. Rest your body, introduce yourself, my brother or my sister. Introduce yourself, you're not that. Yeah, my boy Frederick Zebe right in Arizona. My man, I'll see you to the last meeting. I don't know what your story. Tonight, I will see you, brother. Yeah, tonight, I will see you because tonight, the training will be too long. So I will see you there. If I see you there, you'll be here in content. Yeah, that one will use presidential immunity on you. I'll make sure we'll deal with you in the time. You'll get 25. So tonight, Frederick Zebe, that presidential order, you need a chauffeur. Yeah, chauffeur that letter of my boy. You could do, and I meet Frederick Zebe in person. Cool, you could do. Without talk, without sit down, we eat meat, we let you play checker. Cool. You know what the eyes will be. You borrow you get CD and your red beret all introducing us. My brother William, welcome me. Welcome to the show, brother. The president said from what? Staten Island. Thank you, my brother. Staten Island it was. Thank you. That's why you so do that one thing. Ali also say watching from Gali, Rwanda. No problem. Anyway, you want to watch her from, brother. Thank you so much. Eric Dixon's watching us from Sesto. Thank you, Eric. Eric seemed to be, I noticed him yesterday. Davis, Pat Medela, thank you so much from New York City. Okay, the New York people seem to be coming in. Emma is watching us from North Carolina. North Carolina people, yo, I say, Atlanta, Georgia people win a thing, yo, for the local things, yo. We might toss because Atlanta, Georgia looking at my stay while we move. What do you consider me? Atlanta, Georgia looking at you. And I'm moving to that your Castle State and your Wawa State in New Jersey. But I'm moving to that. No. Me and Sego moving to a different state. Oh, my veteran yet. The veteran yet. I will not identify the veteran for security reasons. That family. You can't expose family. You can't leave it. Let it pass. A family, but my veteran yet. Well, I will kind of rally, my brother. I've been there before. I will kind of. We probably would visit stay there now. You see, even CDC is nice. They are welcoming their friends. Look, the other time we went Philadelphia was over the CDC and offer us on CDC offer us food. To the credit, some people that support Joseph Yuma Boaka, one of my boys took me out. The other time I was in Philly, that one of my boys took me out. We had a good time. We had some serious conversation. He was trying to convince me to support Joseph Yuma Boaka. My respect to him. In fact, I will get permission so I can post our picture in Philadelphia. I will post it so you can see it. We had a real decent meeting. He said he wanted to pay for the food that we ate and stuff. He wanted to pay for me. I told him he can't pay for me for security reasons because from the Unity Party can't want to do something where you can kind of talk it. A bunch of gossip on it too. So we're not going to do gossip in it. I'm not taking money from nobody because I don't want to be on that all of a sudden. So I told him, I said, I'll pay for it myself, brother. I respect it, but I'll pay. I'll pay for my own food. You pay for your own. And in fact, I told him, if you try, I'll pay for your food. Yeah. So he said, my man, we pay for your brother, leave that thing. We holy. I pay for my own food. Because your Unity Party people, y'all get too much gossip between you. You get gossip, you're supported and you get gossip, you can record people. When you do one thing for somebody, you're gonna put it down. Your leader, they say, hey, allegedly your leader, the hell of a beggar. Allegedly. But anyway, we'll get into that. We'll get into that right now. We'll get into that. So the same thing with sedition. I can eat sedition food. I can take nothing from them because the president will go talking on the pulpit. So no, stay away. Don't eat that food. You go to them, you see them, your lecture, that's it. And when you're talking, be careful how you talking. Because they will record you. When you can't and expose their secret, they don't play the recording. Sedition and two can do it. Don't see that out. They can do it too. So don't forget what you said when you're around them. The only group of people I see can give money here and thought I CPP people. But I'm watching them. Because they can, they say they educated, they let confidentiality, that BB wearing that they can use. But we're looking at it anyways. We're looking at it some kind of way right now. Yeah, because ANC, CBB, una story, won't read against that, the noise will be too much in the town. Yeah. But anyway, let's move forward. We got to recognize it. Today that Saturday. Today that no hard feeling with Saturday. They show that no hard feeling show. Iowa people here plenty too from the local team. Okay, Kou is in Norway. So you see the other guy that are from Norway now. If it was strategic, now you can reach out to Kou. You see it? You can then reach out to Kou and find out what's going on. Maybe your neighbor, you never know. You see it? If you see that the reason you got to introduce yourself and tell what state you from. You know what I'm saying? Some of you who from those states and were very, very cool. You've been cursing men on social media talking about men and nothing. Maybe you never know. You never know. You can connect with them. So, introduce yourself. Eugenia, you're not from Arizona. Start playing. Eugenia is not from Arizona. All the people from Arizona, we know that. We get a listing yet. We are still in the leadership of the Association of Arizona who know you. So when you enter Arizona, even when Jefferson coaches sneak in Arizona here, our picking, we knew where you were bunking. We know what was going on. We know. But people, when you come on your social activity, we leave you alone. We not get a problem with you. When Joseph Boaga came to the airport to Arizona, I get a picture. The picture right here. They brought him on a car. They say because, and the men criticize the papi, and so they can criticize the papi, so they bring on that bring one plane. They go to the airport, they send me the picture. To that, but I get it right here. Then the next day, somebody called me, you need to call the Unity Party, and so that you can arrange for you to see the papi. I told that person, I said, you fall down on your head. You're not serious. I said, you, Joseph Boaga, you're not serious. I said, call to go see Joseph Boaga, you crazy? Somebody come to my state. I'm the leader in the state. Then you tell me, say, I'm going to go call to see the president. You crazy. I told you, I said, you're backwards. I said, if Joseph Boaga people call to arrange a meeting, definitely it will be welcoming. The leadership will go there and see him. But for me to go call meeting to go, I said, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. I know there's somebody who can sell my boyfriend, right? You crazy people. You need to call for you to go see the papi, and you need to go settle it, and you got to go see the papi. I said, you're not serious. You're not serious, man. I said, you're not serious. I said, go tell the papi, say, you need to rest the body in your balance. You're not serious. I don't want to say it. You come to my state where you call me to say, I'm here, or your team now call to say, the papi here, this is where we are. What that papi agenda, that's a different level. But you call and say, the papi here, you need to call and call the man so you can arrange meeting that what leader they can do. I said that what your corrupt leader they can do. I don't do that. Joseph Boaga can here. As a state man in Arizona. He not tell me what he came for. Or you're not call meeting for all to sit down. You're not call me for all to sit down and find out my schedule. Joseph Boaga, as far as I'm concerned, he here as a collateral damage. Anything happened to him, when they call the Liberian community, we tell the person we not know what happened. We don't know him. The same with Jefferson coaching when he came here and he sneaked in the state and he was doing a social activity, he was collateral damage. Any beginner are going to catch him a being. They were going to be free. I was going to say, I don't know who he is. Because when you come somewhere as a leader, you identify the people there. Don't go sit down and say, somebody might call you. Because you're crazy, you're fall down your heel, you think everybody fall down their heel. That will be fine. No, now my uncle. My uncle did not crook. My uncle did not crook. To that bagger, my uncle. To that bagger, that common crook. The scene where Jefferson coached that crook. To that bagger, my uncle. No, my uncle did not crook. If my uncle that crook, I say my uncle that crook. Joseph Boaga is a common crook. You know, see where man man. That's who he is. That is who he is. But anyway, we're getting into the conversation. You don't even get the show started. The show that even started, your one son, my uncle. You think how to do that, your traditional uncle thing. You think how on that thing. Traditional care nowhere. Traditional care nowhere. You better put yourself together. You better put your life together. You'll be passing around with uncle. Let uncle then be using your, abusing your, and your children then be suffering. Let uncle then be taking money on the account of your children. Then you'll be talking to your uncle. No problem. That's my uncle. Yeah? That's my uncle. That's my uncle. That's my uncle. That's my uncle then can go. And go make deep behind closed door. Then they come out to be laughing. And they say, oh, and like, uncle, you can't talk to your uncle like that. I can never talk to my uncle like that because you know what? My uncle has behaved like an uncle. My uncle. I can never dream to talk to my uncle like that. Because you know what? My uncle has set the standard and behaved like an uncle. To the point that even when you're on a show, I will slow down. To tell you that how much of respect that Joseph Boaga, we can collect money from criminal as well, say that oh hell. You're fall down on your head then. Anyway, let's get into the show, folks. Yeah, you're fall down on your head then. You're fall down on your head then. You can't sneaking, you can talk about then I see people then calling me, you know the papi, yeah, and you need to call the man team so you can arrange a meeting. You go and so you can go and meet the man. I think I said Joseph Boaga that nobody, you know, I no value. So I'm not calling meeting. So I told him, I said Joseph Boaga is zero balance. The man who got nothing here can who talking about Johnny what you get to add? What thing? To go sit and go talk crooked thought that may also be nothing. To go sit and talk crooked thought that may also be nothing. You're serious man, people. Anyway, look, let me say this. Let Alexander Cummings come to Arizona, and I'm still the president of the Librarian Association in Arizona. Let Alexander Cummings come. Let people call me and say, oh, he's so called so we can have a meeting. In fact, Alexander Cummings can do that, because Alexander Cummings is a respectable professional man who understands some things. Alexander Cummings was can you imagine he was coming here at that time to speak to the Maryland Association had an annual convention in Phoenix. I remember. And they hosted it here. You know, a lot of global people were here that weekend. It was Power Park, right? Large. I mean, the entire city was green and yellow or whatever you want to term it as, the color, right? And I remember, you know, Pastor Cooper at that time, Ed Cooper, I think he was one of the leaders at that time. And you know, you had, you know, I was representing the community on that level, you know, and I met the leadership. They told me, can you imagine? The Global Association told me Alexander Cummings would be coming, right? It didn't stop there. You know who gave me a call? Mariah. Can you imagine? They were not coming to the Librarian Association. Mariah called me. That the first time I ever spoke to her. And I think that the last time we ever spoke on the phone. Mariah called me. I still record that day. She called me and told me, oh, Steve, Mr. Cummings will be in your city. Here are his itinerary.
Where we are on our final launching.
These are the places you will be, and this is what it is. So what does it look like, and how does the community want to engage Mr. Cummings? Can you imagine that? Look, these are not things that we talk though. We don't talk these things because when we say anything, you're like, oh, you trying to promote a person. I've never talked this thing in public before. But Joseph Boaga King sneak in a time. Jefferson Koji sneak in a time. But I send them warning. They sneak in a time. And they came here. They're not saying nothing. You think why they choose Arizona as a state for them to do that, a crooked deal that we're going to go to the government, the other one. I want to be the very first person to go to the state and tell them and call the governor, call this. You ain't even seen nothing yet. And tell them, say, Joseph Bada is a crook. And you need to go say that somewhere. Jonathan Koji is a crook. You need to go say that somewhere. You ain't seen nothing yet. You think that I funny thing you can do in other states. That in New Jersey, Philadelphia, to the Wawa gossiping state in Minnesota, there, and the player can do crooked deal. Y'all bring that foolishness here. Y'all bring that foolishness in Arizona. You think you'll slap. Y'all bring it here. Don't talk about the papi that your papi and your cousin you can meet. I say, look at a bunch of crazy people that means they will follow you. You're not even follow simple instructions and rules. Simple rules and instructions they put down for all of us to benefit from. You know, sit down and can say, as we'll go see somebody. That means we'll go see somebody behind the wall. That means we'll go see somebody.
Inside and go play.
You don't see nothing here. You don't see nothing here.
You get a tablet?
But anyways, Mark, what's up, my man? Introduce yourself really quick.
What's up, man, Steve? Few more days.
Yeah, but man, I just got a show started with how you know. How the minutes sneak in a time here and the thing that people don't know when it's
yeah, they don't know, right?
They don't know when it's I'm saying that though, if you come in my city, you sneak here for girlfriend business and somebody beat you for that girl business. I will call the police.
Explosive, right?
You put your life together. You put your life together. Yeah, sure. You put your life together. Anyway, Monk, what's up, my man? What's going on?
We just waiting. We're waiting on the people to decide. We're waiting for them to make the choice again for another 6 years. For us, we remain resolute in our position. I don't see any better side based on the revelation. We're looking at people that flanks on both sides of the political eye. And that's just about it. You can go and do your own analysis and pick the lesser of two evil based on your own assessment. For me, I have no stake in this election. I believe it was rigged. And there are no better side in this process. So the people that will be making the choice, that will be making the move and casting the ballot, they can go and pick their side that they deem necessary. That's just about it, nothing else.
Most definitely, Monk. Just before we get to the musical break, I know Sekou will join us. Sekou does have some updates, you know. Sekou has some updates about some of the things that are going on. Just before we get to the break here, to the musical break here, really quick. For the host on Team Tight. You hold it there. Yeah, somebody said the new time. Sorry, Mama. I came on late. The time is still the same. I came on late. I overslept. So I'm very sorry. You know, I'm very, very sorry. I came on late. I overslept. I'm very, 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 very sorry. So back to the conversation. You know, Sekou has some updates. We talked about it. Some of these things. We processed it together as a team, and you know, and my man, we're
yeah, we're between a rock and a hard place.
My man, the information that too much to the point that when you hear something, you can sit down for long, you shake your head, you say, "Wow, wow." So these guys, so but. Just before we get to the break, like I said, Sekou will join us here in a little bit. Let me just put this question to you. In other news, you know, about, I don't know if you're following the politics about the world in other places and how people are shifting themselves as opposed to Liberia, you know, following the war in Israel, there in the Gaza.
Yeah, in Gaza.
What do you make of it from a geopolitical standpoint, and how because we're not hearing about Ukraine like before, but about, you know, Israel, you know, the American aid and so forth. What do you make of that before we get to the musical break here really quick?
Well, it just reinforces the belief of some of us who believe that they got global players who can just press button on the chessboard globally. They are able to shift, and you look at the magnitude of the war in Ukraine and the length of time it's been going on. We live in a 24-hour news cycle where people follow trend rather than paying attention to details. So it's a global thing. Now, nobody paying attention to Ukraine anymore. The whole war attention is in the Gaza. Even though there are more casualties and you got two powerful countries fighting between Russia and Ukraine. You know, Ukraine was the bare rock. Ukraine is the foundation of the Soviet Union. They have all their chemical labs, their nuclear weapons too. And Ukraine is not a small country. In as much as people like to downplay Ukraine, they got some of the top scientists in the world. They got everything in Ukraine. Infrastructure-wise, Ukraine is a powerful country, but unfortunately, we are concentrating on one small piece of land that is the size of our county, and that's where the whole world's attention is at right now. So when they're ready again, they will press another button maybe before election of 2024, and then it will shift the global table to something else. That's just why it is. It's profit making, it's money making. Now the pharmaceutical company walk away with their billions from coronavirus. It's time for the military industrial complex to make billions of dollars because all the rockets and warship and everything is all money making. That's just why it's all about. And at the end of the day, they will bring a referee after thousands and thousands of people are dead. They will come back and broker something in peace. And it's they get rid of the symptom. They never go to the root of the problem. You will never tell a Palestinian state. Maybe after 1 or 2 years again, another terrorist group will come and kill Israeli, and then you go low again. Get like that. It gets the same old thing, like you running on a hamster wheel, going to nowhere. That's just why it is. Because the more war, the more trouble spot you got, the more money they can make. So it's a profitable business. That's just why it is. Nothing else.
Okay. Yeah. The pharmaceutical companies, I've seen lots of whether it's LinkedIn or other professional sites.
They all walk away with $40 billion in profit on quarterly average throughout the coronavirus. The Moderna, the Pfizer, and all the top boss, the Johnson & Johnson, all of them posted record profit, $40 billion per quarter. I think the average was $33 to $34 billion per quarter. So now it's time for the Raytheons and the Lockheed Martin and the BFS group and all the top defense contractor. Is their time to make money too. That's just why it is.
Yeah, and I think they felt left out.
Yeah.
Some of them exhausted some of the monies, and some of them lost a lot during the COVID period because the stock market and so forth.
It's a game. It's a game of chess. And then the next thing you go look, it will be Wall Street, and Wall Street will crash, and people money will leave in the stock market. And next thing you go low, it will be a layoff in Silicon Valley. For the technology company, it's all industrial game. That's just why it is. It's a global chessboard, like I said, everywhere in Europe and in America. That's capitalism. That's how they make their money. Every time there's trouble around the world, one industry profit billions and billions of dollars for their stakeholders and their investment. That's just why it is.
But then when you look at these things, Mark, when you look at some of these things from a layman's perspective, who might not understand how these things work, the way these things impact us. Because just yesterday, I had a conversation with a guy that owns a real estate company or whatever, and we're talking, and he's projecting that in the next 6 to 24 months, the housing market, things will drop, right?
They can tell. They can predict.
Exactly.
They are the same people that can manipulate. And Steve, if you in the stock related market, let's say you are trading, and you get your money invested into oil, and the market, they got technical analysis, they got something called fundamental analysis, that the news and economic condition can change the market, and you got billions of dollars invested, maybe up to $1 trillion invested in energy. What do you think going to happen if somebody carry a war to Saudi Arabia or Iraq, or there's some kind of instability in Iran? Definitely the market is going to react to that news. So it tells you that the same player who are causing trouble globally, they are the one that controlling the money too. So you think who's the engineer behind all these things? The same people that control the global economy, the rich people. They can press button anywhere in the world and cause instability that they know will affect the market, and they can profit out of it. That's just why it is. It's a game.
Most definitely. But something caught my attention because the newly elected New York City mayor, in fact, Rudy Giuliani played that role of similarly during the 9/11. He's under serious scrutiny with the FBI. From his elections, the campaign, how things were handled, or whatever it is. And the reason I bring this up is because it ties into the current elections in Liberia. Again, we're just setting the stage for this conversation because please share the show, folks. We'll be going to the musical break here in just a minute. But what do you make of the FBI looking into these politicians, or what is Donald Trump? What is this Democratic mayor, a black mayor?
Oh yeah, he just sees it. No, the thing about American politics, if you really sit down and you analyze it, it's just one group. It's like you're going against a cartel. If you're an outsider, in America they got two segments. You got a business sector and you got a political segment. People that control the political aspect of the game, they don't want people from business coming into the game. That's just why it is. Because politicians actually they work for business people. The business people are the one that make the rules. They are the one with the money. They are the one that invest in the politician to get their interests pushed forward through legislation. So if you're a business guy and you want to temper into politics, they will come for you and they will try to get you out because it's a game. You already know what's happening behind the scene. So anybody that come with a pro-business agenda, you saw it during the 90s with the guy, Ross Perot, the first businessman billionaire that contested in the election with Bill Clinton and George Bush died. Guess what? He dropped out of the race. Why? It was scandal. The only guy that put up a fight against the political cartel, it was Trump. But at the end of the day, they found a way to get him out. Either way, he put up a fight that nobody have ever put up. But at the end of the day, the cartel is too powerful for a single businessman to come and change the way how the game is played. Still, they get rid of him. So that's just why it is. The political class and the business class. If you cannot go with the flow of Washington, they will kick you out. Either way. You see what happened to that New Yorker? That guy for the city mayor, now they confiscated all his phone and laptop. They are all criminals. They are the same people. You know, look at what's been happening. If the only difference is the media don't cover it, whether it's the Hunter Biden laptop, whether it's Joe Biden business dealing. Joe Biden guy, how will a man like Joe Biden be having more than 20 share company all in illegal countries doing illegal business? But no, the media will not cover it as compared to somebody who is outside of that circle. So they will keep dragging. They want me to say, oh, they're going to impeach Joe Biden. I say, if you're a Republican, you believe they're going to impeach Joe Biden, mean you are stupid because Joe Biden play on the cartel team. For a guy like Trump, they will go after him. They can never go out of Joe Biden. Joe Biden went to Ukraine, threatened Ukraine. If he cannot fire the judge that is prosecuting my son, the $5 billion Obama saying I will step on it. That was a crime. He should have been in jail for that. But guess what? He busted on camera and he did it. Filter show can get fired, and Joe Biden never facing the law because he's an insider. That's just why it is. They are all criminals. You just got two bunch of criminals, one on the Republican side and one on the Democratic side. It's nothing else. It's the same people. They can break the rules and they can walk away. If you're an outsider, you go to Washington, you break the rule, you will facing the full weight of the law. That's just why it is. It's nothing else.
Well, before we get to the musical break, I'd like to encourage our people, if you can, you can apply to some of these different news outlets for them to send you headlines and things that are going on or articles free of charge. We'll come back to the Liberian politics here. But we have to compare some of these things. For example, the APA, the APA, which is the Associated Press, other news outlets, they will always. I register with them, so I get all these different.
All the latest
update. For example, look at the headline for Eric, who is the mayor right now, New York. Eric Adams. Look at the headline that comes up. FBI seized phones, iPad from New York Mayor Eric Adams. So let's go quickly to the musical break, and once we get back, we will get straight into the talking here. Get ready. I told you today that chill Saturday, no vest. Oh, Mr. Kanye, welcome. We're just going to the musical break. But greet our people quick, then we'll run back. What's going on?
It's okay. Good morning, good afternoon to you and Brazilian Monk, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our many listener. As the Golden High would say, to the 430,000 followers, everybody that follows SKTV, I want to say thank you very much. And before we start anything, Steve, I want to give a hats off to our guys in Liberia. They really did well today. They did excellent, if you will, by making sure that they carry the Unity Party program live throughout, from start to finish, and from different angles. So I want to say thank you to our guys in Liberia, specifically Saros and Golden Heart, and other people working behind the scene to make sure that we bring it. I was looking at some of the videos. I mean, they did very well. They did extremely well. And our followers, thank you guys for always following and sharing the show. Even if we are not on, as long as SKTV is on, you have done your best to follow and share our platform. We really appreciate it. And we are here for the conversation, as Steve stated. We have some information to share. When we get to the issue, we'll talk about them.
Most definitely, when we get to the issue, we'll talk about them. Like Siku said, Please share the show. We'll get on a musical break. The reason for this is the reason we're taking a quick musical break is we also want to share the show. You know, we didn't have the opportunity to share it, but please help us. The best you can do right now is to share the show, invite other people. Let's have this conversation, and let's be part of it. And thank you always for following SKTV. Let's get the music rolling here real quick.
Okay.
I think.
If like my boom making you fire, hold it, yeah. Anything you into, hold it, yeah. Now Osmo giving you my, hold it, yeah. Anything you into, hold it, yeah. Say, if that my story can put all your prayer, hold it, yeah. Olive, anything you into, hold it, yeah. If she cooking and giving you food, hold it, yeah. You know, anything you into, hold it, yeah. I thought you, I thought you, I thought you. They will eat with you, drink with you, they drag with you, but you not know that. They will eat with you, drink with you, they drag with you, but you not know that. If I'm a boom making you fire, hold it, yeah. Anything you into, hold it, yeah. Now Osmo giving you my, hold it, yeah. Anything you into, hold it, yeah. Say, if that my story can put all your prayer, hold it, yeah. Olive, anything you into, hold it, yeah. If she cooking and giving you food, hold it, yeah. You know, anything you into, hold it, yeah. I thought you, I thought you, I thought you.
Not to take up much of your time, as we said, we'll be really, really brief with the musical break. We want to get straight into the conversation. And I'd like to start the conversation by asking both Sekou and Cyrus here. Quite frankly, I did not follow the Unity Party's convention. The only thing, or whatever, closing the runoff parade that they had, the only thing I'm seeing floating on the time, most of the time, on somebody that I'm friends with, is I don't know if it's a gay man dancing, and they're making fun of it. You know, the way, again, nothing against gay people, but you know, I'm not sure what the message there is for me. That's the thing I've seen so far. You know, I've seen most of them sharing it on the pages and making fun and laughing. You know, I'm not seeing most of them sharing the way they were sharing crowds back in the first round and so forth. So maybe I'm conflicted. Maybe I need to go and follow. But so far, that's what I've seen. You know, and I want to be honest in my session as always. What do you guys make of? I'm not sure if you call it rally, parade, closing, or whatever it is. What's going on?
Well, it's a different dynamic. It's second half in the game. There's the ultimate prize. So people try to be strategic because that crowd politics, it seems to be a losing strategy. And CDC learned from that from 2005 to 2011. Even in 2023, you want to put your resources where they are needed the most. Pool washer, feeding your people, make sure that you got authentic people that will be there to watch the votes count. I don't think the crowd politics and renting truck and trucking people is not a profitable strategy, and it looks like people are backing off now. And CDC, even from the first round, CDC were never too invested into the crowd politics. And they might try to make it seem like, but they look like we might as well get to traditional chiefs and elder, putting our groundwork, putting some money into the game, getting some strategic endorsement. That's just what it's all about now. The whole crowd politics things is not profitable, and people notice that it's not selling like it used to. So I don't think today is going to change the narrative as well. I saw United Party talking about putting mechanism in place that will change the outcome of round number 2. I don't know. I didn't know that they control the election commission and no loopholes in the system to change election results. So we see what will happen on Tuesday. That's just it.
Okay, thank you so much, Cyrus. Mr. Kane, I'm not sure if you followed. What is your take?
Yeah, yeah, I did follow some of it, not all of it, because I was kind of sleeping off and on. But one thing I can tell you for sure, from the start of these campaigns up to today's date, Unity Party is not short of people with passion. They are not short of supporters, to be honest. Unity Party people supporters are passionate. Unity Party people supporters, when they say come out, they can get out. They really, really, really want Joseph Boakai to be president. You can see it in their faces. You can see it in their action. The only problem I think Unity Party people have is the arrogance, the inability to win people over, the inability to be persuasive. To be being pompous, making it to look like, making it to look like their number that they have is enough for them. That is the only problem I personally have with the Unity Party. But when it comes to themselves, to be honest, not only that they love their party, not only that they believe in their party, but they are very passionate about their party. United Party supporters in Liberia are like CPP supporters in the diaspora. CPP, whether it's ANC, whether it's Liberty Party, their supporters in the diaspora are more passionate and ready to give anything and everything, and will be there at any time for their party. If CPP supporters in Liberia, they were like CPP supporters in the United States or other part of the world, we'll have been talking something different right now. So you should give it to them. United Party people, they are passionate. Whether their number is enough to put them over the top, I don't know that. But everybody, people that consider themselves, that identify themselves as Unity Party, and people that consider themselves as Joseph Boakai supporter, they are passionate. And you can see the passion in them. You can see the way they campaign. You can see the seriousness in them. In fact, it was because of that we did not get a final result in the first round. We did not get 50+1 in the first round because people were afraid because of the level of passion that they had, thinking that they're going to win. Similarly, in 2017, Tunisia had several, similar passion and behavior in terms of their party. You give them money, not get them money, they will come out. They will print their own T-shirt. I'm talking about CDC. Until to the extent where when they felt that they won the election, they said that they will be cheated. They threatened the existence of Liberia. Similar to what Joseph Boakai is doing right now. Similar to what Unity Party people are doing. Sometimes some of the threat they are issuing, some of these things are empty threats. But because of the level of passion they have, they want to show it. So you should give it to them. The people that are enthusiastic, they are passionate, and I believe they're going to come out in their good number. But the thing is, the fact that Unity Party people being just fighting with everybody, insulting everybody, and unable to win other people over. Because whatever Unity Party support she get, whatever support Unity Party get, UP support that, they still going to vote for Unity Party. But the only problem they're going to have areas where the people were truck by their representative candidate and Senate candidate, if they don't have money, if they don't have money to do the same thing, they may have so limited number of people in a lot of different areas that they will be able to cover. But like Monswaro, where people that live there, and other part of Liberia where United Party get huge following and membership, there people will always vote for them. They will always create that notion, the narrative, as if to say they already got everything, because because of the level of passion, to be honest with you. Okay. They show it and they play a very, very smart way. So what I can tell you, I'm not sure the United Party got enough people to win an election with just United Party people. I'm not sure if George Weah got enough people to win the party with sedition only. Anybody who plays smart and do a good job by being able to win other people over from the middle that are not part of both Unity Party and the CDC. Anybody that got more people from people that are not part of them, the person win the election.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Kane. And yes, I would have to agree with you on the part that Unity Party support us to the extent where some of them have broken some relationships and connections only because they're passionate and enthusiastic about, electing Joseph Boakai. That is the fact of the matter. Yep. Some of them don't care. They've given their all and everything into this process. And, the passion cannot be ignored, or whether they are doing it for the right reasons or not. The fact of the matter is they've shown that they want this. They've fought, even without having the resources. Let's be honest.
They are desperate. They're desperate, and that's how you should do. You should be desperate.
Exactly.
You should be desperate, but not stupidly desperate.
That's politics. The only thing, like you said, they've not been able to transition their passion into convincing people, who show, especially if you show any kind of sign that you're not going to support them, they take it personal.
Yeah.
They take
is that level of arrogance apart from the passion? Go ahead, Steve. You're saying something. I'm sorry.
No, ain't your thought, Bacon Cyrus. Ain't your thought.
Apart from the passion, like Sekou said, it's on both sides. But sedition are more passionate. Maybe the gap may not be that wide. The one major advantage CDC holds in Liberian politics is the demographic shift. The vast majority of young people that make up a huge population of the demographic. That's one of CDC major strength. And people tend to support who they look like or who they feel like. That's just why it is. If you got more people, more 18 years and on, let's just say a little over 18 years coming into the cycle every election year, even up to, let's just say every year, you got a group of people that are turning 18 that will be eligible to vote. They are most likely to break into the way of the CDC than compared to the Unity Party. Unity Party, a former ruling party. That's what shocked many in this going election. Yes.
Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Since the question was asked about the Unity Party and the rally today, that's why we limit our analysis to Unity Party. But when it comes to passion, similarly, citizens are, but they are not as passionate as they used to be back in 2017 and before that.
Yeah.
Mr. Khan, you broken. I don't know what's up with your internet, but you're coming in broken.
Yeah, I must say I'm getting that little free.
Yeah, like you're freezing. You're not even clear on the screen.
All right, I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Yeah, you're not clear on the screen, sir. I don't know if I'm on one, but I noticed it, and his words are cutting out. For those of you who are following, and maybe you can pick up. But he's making some good points. I just want to be sure that we get him clearly. But let's say this though. Let's be honest about this though. Like Sekou said, the passion is there, but they have not been able to transition or translate that passion into convincing people who've shown a slight sign of not leaning towards Joseph or the Unity Party. And I think they could have done a better job because some of them have relationships with people who have not decided to support Joseph Boakai. And again, this is politics, nothing's carved in stone. Yep. People could change their minds if you give them reasonable reasons. If you make the case. as opposed to making it seem like everybody just need to fall in line, whether they like it or not.
That was the paradox of this election for a party that spent 12 years in power as a ruling party. And you cannot convince people on idea, because I thought United Party would have made this election about idea to draw a contrast between they and CDC. But unfortunately, they came up with one narrative. If you not support United Party, it means you're anti-Liberal. That's the one.
You hate Liberal,
so,
and
that's where I believe they will fall short. Because if you've been in power for 12 years, if you've been like Joseph Boaga been in the public space for almost 40 years, then you will want to make this election about idea and policy. What separates you from CDC? How United Party did better than CDC? But no, you either hate Liberal if you don't support United Party, that the whole war is coming to an end. You got an apocalypse that is coming to wipe Liberal off the map, and Joseph Boaga is the only Messiah that is capable of saving Liberal. That's a losing argument, and they are not going to win. I know that they're not going to win this election. I know, like I said, a rate, they are not going to win it, and more people in the middle will not gravitate to Unity Party because that silly narrative and that argument that once you cannot support Joseph Boaga, it means you are anti-Liberal. I don't know of too many people that are going to buy into that idea. In as much that Georgia himself is worse off, I don't know how you can convince people to fall in line with Unity Party like Joseph Boaga and somehow Jeremiah Cohen and Prince Johnson is supposed to be your savior. I don't know how you make that argument. But
yeah, and I think honestly, I think that's the turnoff.
Yeah.
Most people, and this is politics. Some people have made up their mind that they wouldn't support Boaga regardless of what you say. The same way how you've made up your mind that you wouldn't support anybody.
Yeah, we agree. Everybody get it. We all agree. You agree to everything. You can ignore everything. They got people that are passionate, but they are God too. They will also agree.
But you know what's shocking? You know what's really shocking to balance this conversation? Even before the elections, CDC got nicer, friendlier, and even more welcoming than the Unity Party, who were working with opposition members who you would have thought would be the next people in line to benefit from the opposition vote. You know what I mean?
A lesson from past election.
So I don't understand how seditionists made that. Let me tell you something. How seditionists made that transition really quick, and United Party were not able to make that transition, even though sometimes they might not want to take credit for the fact that they destabilized the opposition camp.
Yes.
They destabilized it. They don't want to take that Unity Party, under the leadership. When you bring it up, they say, just move on, and everybody should just forget what happened. Like it didn't happen. Well, they can play people and the benefit, and it becomes detrimental for other people, But again, hey, we're in the second round here, or the round off here, and some people have made up their minds, some people have not. Some people won't tell you if they have made up their mind or not. But here's something I wanted to. Here is something I wanted to ask you before we get into these elections. The CDC also, from what we're hearing, will be coming outside tomorrow. The issue of crowd politics, like you said, might not have been holding as it should be. It's not holding water anymore. It's not resonating, either because there's not so much of the resources anymore.
Yeah.
And this is the second round. But here's my question: if the CDC comes up tomorrow, or comes out tomorrow, and in fact they do better than the United Party today in terms of numbers, or just projecting pictorial evidences of huge crowds or whatever it is, do you think that this seals the deal? This is the end? They can substantiate, they can validate it? Because mind you, in the first round, crowd politics was the quote unquote, it was the message. So what do you say?
Well, I don't think, I think CDC could care less. In as much as they will want to show strength from the psychological standpoint, I don't think they will be so heavily invested in showing strength tomorrow from the crowd side thing. Look, if you observe CDC for the past 2 election cycles, they have got a little bit mature when it comes to playing strategic games. They, like you said, they are not playing a crowd politics like it always used to be. They are making some smarter move. They are being open. They don't attack certain political leaders because they believe that in the second round it was going to be pivotal as to how you approach other political parties and the kind of a respect you show to them. Unlike the Unity Party, people can say what they want to say, but you have seen a little bit of transition and that kind of a maturity that they are showing. They strategically deploying their resources where they are, like I said, where they need it the most, whether it's the traditional chiefs, whether it's others, whether it's opposition party like the CPP and other people, they are making some smart move. Whether here in the Manigo community, even though the ARCOP stand up barrel when CDC went, but CDC went to the community itself and they hired another program separate from the ARCOP stuff. So they are making some move. They are putting their resources where they are needed the most, and who knows? They learned their lesson. CDC, after 2 elections, realized that in order to win, you need a formidable opposition. That's why CDC that now they came with coalition for democratic change rather than a Congress for democratic change, because after 2 failed attempts, like, you know what, this whole thing about just putting a bunch of people in the street, this is not how you win. You win strategically. And Maranseli was the one that showed them the way in 2005 and in 2011. It's about the kind of deals you make behind the scene rather than the kind of people you put in the streets. So for Unity Party, like I said, they are former ruling party. So for them, and you know one thing in election, there's a difference being opposition and ruling party. Every election is a referendum on the ruling party. So this time around, you cannot just promise, you must deliver. And you know they got a negative impact too of being in the ruling party, because people look up to you for results. And when people look up to you for results, you're going to lose some of your base. But equally so, if you can expand the tent and reach out to other people and be kind of in the middle and be a little bit timid in how you do things, people will still gravitate to you. And that's why CDC been playing. CDC is not heavily invested now into the crowd politics things because it's a losing strategy. It has proven repeatedly to be a losing strategy. That's just why it is.
Okay, let me ask you the same question, because I'm not sure if he was following, but his internet looks much better. Mr. Kanye looking shiny and super as always. Yeah. Yeah, the internet looks much better. You know, it's clearer. But here's a question I was asking Mark. We saw crowd politics play in the first round hugely, right? Part of the reasons for which maybe the Unity Party closed the program today and they wanted to make it quote unquote a green day is to project this optics or this crowd politics movement to say, hey, listen, we still got the momentum, we still got people, whatever it is. Should the CDC come out tomorrow and project an even bigger crowd or optics than the Unity Party? Is it a done deal? Can they stick on that and say, yes, we brought a lot of crowd, and we own the town, we own the city, it's Blue Day, and so guess what? This is what's going to propel us to winning, or we've already won based on this crowd. What do you see?
First of all, what we heard yesterday was that President Weah, some of the things that we have said in the past, that they are the government, that they have to play leadership role, that they have to make sure they create a conducive environment for free movement and for the election to be peaceful. So we learned yesterday that the president even decided and called on his people that people should not get on the way of the Unity Party. In fact, that he was going to go and play basketball with some of the key friends, and so wherein that would be, you know, somewhere outside of the city, just to allow the Unity Party to do whatever they want to do. So that tomorrow, when they come out, they also expect the Unity Party to do the same. And as far as we know, there was no incident reported. There was no clashes.
Sure.
There was nothing that actually impeded the Unity Party's program today.
They enjoyed their day today.
So, if you are watching and listening to SKTV, we are telling you, whatever happened today, it is not happening by coincidence. We were informed that it was the president who actually asked his people, something that we have been asking President Weah to do all the time, to always be like the big...
So restraint, you are the ruling party.
Because you are the ruling party. Anything goes wrong, you are the one going to be held liable. So for the president to have done that, I say kudos to him and kudos to the CDC for allowing the Unity Party to do what they wanted to do without any interruption or without any, you know, noise. So when it comes to the crowd politics, it is clear that everybody got somebody in Monserrato. And if you look at the numbers in Monserrato, wherein you have close to 900,000 registered voters, all of this rally, nobody can put up more than 100,000 people.
Not
So
even
no matter what you
50,000.
do, there will always be crowd. But the level of passion, the enthusiasm, the loyalty that the people show when they come out is something different. For example, when the CPP had that program, CPP showed that they have people, but the enthusiasm was different. The passion was different. Even from people who were leaders of the CPP. The way you can see DeLong and other people then walking from distant, galvanizing support, putting people behind them to go to their various rally, that was not the case of the CPP. Une Yeke Kolba that walked from distant, from Oro all the way to ATS. Where were the other people? Aloysius Stoll, Elon Mandos,
What happened?
Ava Tupa, and all the other people. Let me mute Brazilian Monk because so it's like all the other people, even Louis Brown, where were they? So the passion we are talking about here, the seriousness we are talking about here, we did not see it with them. It's like they were just sitting by and watching people, thinking that people everybody would just follow them. You couldn't see it. They didn't take the lead to show anything, to show any passion or seriousness, to show that yes, we really want this thing. Even when you see that all the things are happening, cheating, all this nothing and are happening, when you see that nothing happened because nobody there, everybody expected commis alone to get on the street. But no passionate supporters around him, no serious people that were around him that are ready, that were really, really desperate, ready to get this thing. Let me tell you something. And it says Sekou Carrasco insulted people. You could see the passion in his voice. He was angry because he believed in what he's doing. And he desperately wants President Weah to retain his position. That's how you know that people are serious. They want something. When you touch it, and when they feel like they're losing it, you see it in their faces, you see it in their behavior. You see it in their action. You will see tomorrow. If CDC comes out tomorrow, you will see. It will be like United Party did nothing, because you know what? They will show that they want it. They will show that they want to retain George Weah. They will show to you that George Weah deserves to be president again. That's how you know how people are serious. So United Party people, they are very, very, very serious. They are desperate. They are passionate. The only manners for the United Party is they are not tolerant. They are not strategic in bringing other people over. They are arrogant. They are arrogant, very despicable when it comes to public relations. They only can get along with Unity Party people. Anybody else, if you don't just jump on board by default, you are not a good Liberian. You are not a better Liberian. You are not a patriotic Liberian if you not just join on board of the Unity Party. and believing that the number they already have is enough for them. That is the only problem for the Unity Party. CDC, unlike CDC is not like that. In as much as they are passionate, in as much as they are desperate as well to retain power, but they are doing everything to make sure to add to their number. That's the only difference. And CPP never had that. There are people in leadership of Unity or CDC or CPP. I talked to some of them when I asked, do you think CPP is going to win this election? Somebody say, I don't know. I don't really know. What? When I heard that, that was a turn off. That was a turn off. I'm sorry. So that is the problem. My only message to the United Party people is that we want a peaceful election. The same way the president and the CDC people behave today, by staying out of your way, giving you a chance to do whatever you wanted to do, taking over the entire city, kudos to you. You did a marvelous job. But again, you should allow other people to have their day. Give them the chance to do whatever they want to do in the city or anywhere in the country.
Yep.
And that behavior today even reflected on social media. I didn't see a lot of sedition interfering on Unity Party. They like the whole
even I didn't even see a lot of posting for sedition.
Nothing.
You know, like the way Unity Party people were doing with CPP, taking picture of this thing. Oh, they're not doing. Nobody there. 3 people there. 5 persons there. This is bad. They are so despicable, so crazy to the extent that they don't even know what they're doing. They've been shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
CDC people didn't do that today. At least I didn't see it. They mind their business. They go on. They go about their normal business like nothing is going on.
No, the reason being because for United Party, they are mostly interested in Cummings losing than beating or Georgia. It's like for some reason the CPP, that's what it projected before the process and even after the process, that the CPP is nothing, that they are nobody, and they will make sure that message resonates. So at a certain point in time, they were mostly invested in the CPP than focusing on CDC. That's just why it is. And I don't know how they're going to pay dividend in the second round.
So from what based on Mr. Cannon's answer, at some point we'll get to some of the updates and so forth that Mr. Cannon has for us. But here is something I want to bring to our attention. That
let me respond to somebody real quick, Steve, before you say that. Somebody said McGill had program in Magibi today, but CDC had a program in Maserado. So how is that a problem?
Maserado and Magibi is two different.
Yeah, those are 2 different countries.
That's why you choose.
And we did not hear any incident at all. So tomorrow, if CDC doing that, you can go to Bombay and have a program there. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
Or go to Grand Bassa County. You want to go to the neighboring county, go to Bassa, or go anywhere, go right there in Cape Town. Go have a program there. There's nothing wrong with that. But we're talking about having a program in the same city, in a very congested city where people can't even go home freely because of traffic, and you go there and have simultaneous programs, knowing the fact that there will be some clashes. That's what we're talking about. I don't want to respond to that person, Steve.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. So just before we transition from Mr. Kane, from what I'm hearing so far, based on the 2 parties that are in a runoff, and Mr. Kane, just to echo what you said, we hope and pray that at this point, the violence, the fighting, we've passed that now. We hope and pray. I agree with you that the Unity Party had their program today. No disruption, no interruption. They were free. Y'all leave your friend tomorrow to let them have their own program too. We don't want us, when people not get food to eat, when they get peace, it's easier. You can't put both on people. So please, to Unity Party people, I would, like you said, Mr. Kane, President George, we are even coming out to say that ahead of the Unity Party coming out. Might have eased some tension or some plain, some plain noise that could have erupted, from enthusiastic supporters or members of political parties, right? So I think in that context, it's leadership. It's being proactive, where you speak to the issues and tell your people to stay away and refrain and let other people have freedom and liberty to do what they're supposed to do. So that was the right thing to do on the CDC and President Joe Wiasa. I would hope the United Party would emulate similar thing so that the country can be peaceful. The fact that they have agreed that it will go to second round, we are in the second round. But Mr. Kane, let's transition really quick. And like we said, the issue of the CPP, these are things that will be revisited in our conversations. As we have some of these conversations to project how other people were enthusiastic and so forth. It's not necessarily that this conversation is about the CPP, but they had to be brought in because making the contracts and the comparison and so forth, just to show you how other people were more involved and more passionate and so forth, right? But back to the conversation, Mr. Kane. Let's get some of the updates on the IT guy that was arrested. I think what's going on with that? You're muted.
Yeah, so thank you, Steve. So yesterday we talked about the guy who was arrested, a Ghanaian guy that was arrested in Maryland. And we told you that we have some information about it.
Yes.
So we are reliably informed that the guy, there might be other people in the country, but that particular guy who was arrested is working with two other people that are still alive, that are still yet to be arrested. So when you say alive, a lot of people will not even understand what that means. So there's still other people two people. We learned that there are three people, there are three of them. There are three of them, they be in the country. And we were also informed that the guys, the company they're working for is a company that played the role in Gabon. You remember when after Gabon election, the Gabonese, they staged a coup d'etat to remove the president because they said it was rigged.
Yeah, and the president came out and said, make noise.
The president said, make noise. Okay. That's Umar Bongo. And we were also informed that they were in Sierra Leone. They participated in Sierra Leone. And they were in Gambia. In fact, we are in conversation with someone that is very close to some of the actors. And they are ready to come out and talk. So the fact that, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to actually explain as to government that is not people that are not in power will be involved in an effort to cheat in the election. It's hard to explain. And people who lack common sense and critical thinking or critical analysis skill, they will feel it very difficult to understand. They will even insult you. They will even think like you're not even thinking right. But the missing part, or some of the missing parts or missing pieces are Unity Party people, Unity Party is the former ruling party that was in power for 12 years. They have the system in place, including the electoral system. And if you can remember, the time Darius Dillon came up with that plastic bag, you know, the former chairperson of the National Election Commission, who is also a Unity Party person, I think his name is Jim Fromoya. Jim Fromoya stated that based on the tally sheet that is with the Unity Party, that when everything is said and done, that Joseph Nyaboaka is the next president. I hope you are paying attention. That is the former chairperson of the National Elections Commission, who was fired by George Weah. Actually, was not fired. His tenure got expired. They wanted to retain him. We were talking on SKTV here when they had a meeting at Boulevard Palace regarding the by-election in 2020, wherein they were targeting particular seats in the Senate, including Monsuado and Grand Bassa County, to make sure that the CDC win those areas. And that didn't happen. He was removed and new person was appointed in president of the lady that is there now. So Jim Fromoya is angry that he was released from his position because his tenure expired, but he was expecting to be reappointed. He believed that whatever happened, he was removed because he did not agree to conspire with the CP or the CDC. So James Fromoya is working with the Unity Party. So the system that we have right now, James Fromoya and the entire Unity Party people, not only they know the system, they understand the system, but they also have people in there. NEC has a lot of people working for NEC, if you don't know that. Some of the people you can hear, just the BB people that name you can hear, but they got a lot of people that are doing most of the technical work that are Unity Party people. And they are there to protect and help the Unity Party to win the election because that's their party. So when you tell somebody say UP is working with other people, but they say about, are you stupid? Are you crazy? How can Unity Party will cheat when they are not in the government? They are not the government, but they have their people in strategic position that they can help them. They've been passing information on to them. In fact, the guy who is arrested from Ghana, that was arrested with several computers and more than 50 or 60 cell phones. What one person doing with all those cell phones? And when those cell phones are checked, you have no idea where it's going to be found in there. So, the people that are in the country from that company, the 3 Ghanaians that are in Liberia, they were hired by the Unity Party, and that is now a secret any longer. When the guy was arrested, it was the Unity Party people that protested. Somebody said 600. I saw it say 60. But somebody said 600 cell phones. I'm not sure about that. I think I heard 60. But if the 600 cell phone, then that one is even unimaginable. But again, it was the Unity Party people that fought, that resisted the arrest of this gentleman. But then you stay here fighting and defending the Unity Party that they had nothing to do with the guy. So yesterday, when Prince, you look at a video where Prince Johnson talk about how their people were attacked, some people get injured, somebody got killed in Nimba. Let me tell you this. We were also reliably informed this morning that Kumpa's son and the town he lives, that they were attacked by Prince Johnson and the Unity Party supporters, as opposed to what was being reported by Prince Johnson. Somebody that I talked to this morning is that person is in Nimba. He's also an elderly person, also a leader. And there's no way that person can lie to me. They called me purposely to inform us about what happened. The person informed us that United Party and Prince Johnson, that they are planning to create violent, serious problem in Nimba County and in the country should they lose the election. In fact, I was informed that today, whatever happened in that area yesterday, I think it was yesterday, it was a serious gunfight, Steve. It was not just one group of people shooting gun. When Prince Johnson said everybody left the town, the people were informed. They have information before Prince Johnson then coming there, because they are seeing some resistance in there against Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kun in that town in Nimba County. So they were informed. So they were prepared, knowing what is about to happen. In fact, they even informed the Liberian government to send some security in there, that Prince Johnson and the people are really trying to create problem there, because they are seeing some resistance in their support from the people in that town, because of Koyompa's son is from there, and he is one of the leaders in there that people respect. So it was not just the way Prince Johnson talk about the people, they fought us, they shot us, yeah, they even shoot on us. My man, not one person can engage in gunfight. It was a gun battle. It may not be as serious as when rebel came in the town. It will not be as serious as Love versus government, or Ulimbo versus Ulimbo K, Ulimbo J, or LPC, or MPFL, or MPFL. It may not be that serious. But there were a lot of injury. Prince Johnson talk about your own. Other people were injured, according to the information. You remember a few weeks ago, we came here, right? Actually, I was traveling that day, and I told you guys that we have learned that there are people who are planning to create problem in the country if they are not declared winner of the election. And I can tell you, whatever happened in Nimba, whatever happened right now between Prince Johnson people then and Koyompa's son and his people, that just That's just nothing. That is just an alarm to tell you what is in the making. People should be careful. People should be careful. Prince Johnson was informed. I don't know, we should talk, but we'll talk. Prince Johnson was informed that the Liberian government planned to arrest him should he lose the election and try to fight or try to resist. That the Liberian government was going to arrest him and take him over. That's the information Prince Johnson got. As a result, Prince Johnson having people ready, not just in one place in Nimba. Prince Johnson, when he said that, when we speak in relation, he said the violence they're looking for, the war they want, and then he paused. He said, "We're not going to do it." He wanted to talk. When he said the war they're looking for, the violence they're looking for, then he stopped. He paused. He didn't end his statement. Prince Johnson and in collaboration with some people. You remember when Joseph Barker told you if they lose the election, we will not have Liberia. When you see that Joseph Barker is yet to refute any comment from Prince Johnson, when you see that General Bonneke calling himself rescue soldier, it's a code. Rescue should have no soldier. The whole rescue mission thing should be about peaceful coexisting and peaceful exercise of your constitutional franchise. It has nothing to do with war. It has nothing to do with gun or rebel. Prince Johnson and people, they were informed that the Liberian government planning to arrest Prince Johnson after the election if they try to resist. That will create any problem. So because of that, he tried to consolidate the entire Nimba County to support him. So that particular time we're talking about now, there is a resistance there. So they were going there to somehow get to the people who are key players when it comes to resisting their plan. If they were not ready, they said they were attacked with guns. How did they actually exchange gunfire from both sides? How come everybody got injured? Prince Johnson said there are people, somebody got injured, some people got killed, some people are in the hospital. You think that would just be like, little scuffle between two people or three people? No, it's not. Prince Johnson himself and Jeremiah Kum, they too had to run for their own life. But there are people and the other people, they all engage in gun battle. But anyway, there are a lot more that we know that we're not say today. But what I can tell you, I said the last time that I am concerned about Liberia and our election. And I'm still concerned. Somebody said I'm a government propagandist. That's fine. We always being labored somehow, some ways. But I can tell you, Prince Johnson, he's very smart. The woman that called me today, the woman says, Teku, you know our man, that every time something happens, he will be the first person to call people around. That's the first thing he can do. When you create problem, when you cause trouble, he will be the first person to call around to complain. The second thing he will do, he will take the media to play victim. Prince Johnson is a military man. He's very smart and strategic in what he's doing. If you listen to that, his interview, I think we should play it. When he said, the war you're looking for, the trouble you're looking for, or something, he wanted to spell out what they are planning to, or what they have already planned. Prince Johnson caused problem. You remember what Prince Johnson told you? That when the people go to his church in Monrovia, that he will bring 500 men that will come to create havoc, to create chaos, to kill people. In Liberia, we say, if a blind man tells you, I'm going to stone you with a rock, you should know that that blind man already has a rock in his possession. Prince Johnson knows exactly what he's talking about. But there's something called SOS, security on security. Prince Johnson knows exactly what he's talking about, but I think the Liberian government is also in the know of some of the devilish plan. But sometimes security people, they don't just act by speculation. Even here in America, FBI don't to go arrest people because you say something. They have to see the action in the making. They have to see the action when they were arrested right away. But they don't just arrest people. They don't just go randomly and do things. I've listened to one leader of the FBI on CNN one time said, FBI don't just go around because they see you, they hear you talking something. No. That's what they've been. For example, what happened in Michigan? People, they have meeting over meeting for several months. They have a discussion what they want to do with the governor, how they want to kidnap her, what they want to do, how they want to do it. They didn't know that the government, the FBI, was listening, was following all the activities. They never arrested anybody. But the minute they got to the execution stage, people were arrested. So, Prince John, we are not taking calls yet. When we like to take call, V is calling me. But when we open the line, I will take your call. So, a lot going on, Steve. A whole lot going on. But what I can tell you, SKTV, our job is not to tell anybody what to do, how to vote, and who to vote for. Our job is to inform the Liberian people. And we know very well, even Liberian government and some opposition, they come on here, they take note, they act upon some of the advice, some of the recommendation we make on this platform without acknowledging us. We know it. And it's fine with us. Because we are in it for Liberia. We care less about who carries the credit. But what I can say and what I can tell anybody, whether you support the Unity Party or you support the CDC, we want a peaceful election, regardless of the outcome. We want peace in Liberia. And there will be more arrests as far as the whole idea of people maliciously trying to undermine the electoral process by stealing, by manipulating the data, by hacking the election commission. People are talking here, and there will be more arrests. That's what we can say so far.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Folks, just before we get to the line, you know, we need to, you see, we have been very calm because some of the things that we're aware of, if we were to talk about some of them in public, it will seem more like we are creating fear and panic in people, but it could also possibly make other people who are planning some of these things to change their plans and catch other people off guard. It could become a problem. It could be more of a problem than can be mitigated. What I would say to whether it's the Unity Party or other people that support Prince Johnson, the MDR or whatever it is, don't let nobody use you. Don't let nobody use you. This is politics.
Yeah.
If you support somebody, support them politically. When it's getting out of politics, when it's getting to the point wherein your life, your safety, and other people's life and safety will be in danger, stay away from it. Stay away from it. If that person rears you over true and they want to protect themselves, let them bring their family and their children in to kind of protect them. Don't be the loser or the victim. Because if you're hurt, if something happens to you, guess what? That person might not show up to shoulder the responsibility of your family. Prince Johnson knows exactly what he's on. Prince Johnson knows what time it is. He knows. He's aware. Prince Johnson is fully aware of what time it is, and he knows what he's on. Now, if you still choose not to adhere to some of these recommendations that we've made, because you are in your political mindset and you think we're entitled to support your political leader or your political party, and we have not done so, so you will not listen to this, fine. Play the fool. Please go play the fool. Please go play the fool. Please don't say you were not won. Go play the fool. Because I will be right on the scene nowhere and we'll say we won y'all. You're never listen. So we don't care. And it should continue the way it continues. Don't listen. Yeah? Don't listen. And Prince Johnson told you that he came to liberate the people from Nima. But he joined over Nima and he was saying that in all car wear base. Okay. Yeah, that's serious. That wastes your time. That wastes your time. Yeah? That wastes your time. And you're in solidarity, you're Nima people, you're in solidarity with Prince Johnson. And not all the Nima people. Let me say, some of you, because of your tribalistic, you don't see the why Prince Johnson is setting this thing up. You think Prince Johnson cares about the United Party? Prince Johnson know that he couldn't find that foolishness with CPP or other people, so he didn't gravitate towards them. He looked for somewhere where he could gravitate and get people to get informed. Let me say this. Yes, the we-are-led government, we don't support them. They are corrupt, and up until today, there's still corruption in the government, and they have done nothing to really, really curtail corruption. They've been playing games. By the end of the day, the country will not be destroyed or burned down because you accepted a fraudulent result from the beginning, and you decide to go to a second round, and you see that you are not going to win. You start to create panic and chaos. You think people stupid?
So, Steve, let me just inform you and the public that I was just sent an audio telling me that the Unity Party is going to win the election, and that there's no way that the CDC will cheat. That the CDC people depending on cheating, and there is something in the recording that really caught my attention, saying that the Unity Party has done their homework. That there's no way the CDC can win this election, that they have the vote, and there's no way the CDC can cheat, according to that recording. And if CDC decide to cheat, that it will be clear. Somebody says you play. How would I play that? I can't play it. That show that if the CDC cheat, that they will. I mean, that even the international community will know that the CDC cheated, and Joia may not want to actually face the repercussion of that. You know, somebody sent me a document 2 weeks ago. I forgot, I didn't even tell you about it, Steve. And that document, the person told me, I'm not sure whether this is propaganda from the Unity Party, but there was some document stating that, or indicating that the CDC is corrupt, that Joria government poses clear and present danger to the country, that allowing them to go for another 6 years will be a disaster for Liberia, and indicating that this is document, or this is an agreement between the European Union and some other international body that they believe Joseph Boakai will ensure the election, should be the next president. So the reason why I did not actually take it serious, and the reason why I didn't even tell you about it, I was saying it, maybe I was saying it before in the show finish. I felt like there's no way the international community or the European Union would just get involved with our politics to that level, to that extent, given what that would mean for our country. But again, a lot of missing pieces that we have identified lately. And I can tell you, Steve, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the outcome of this election. The level of desperation. The level of desperation. And to our friends who may think that I'm leaning CDC, no, I am not. Who may think that I have personal problem with Unity Party or Joseph Boakai, no, I do not. My only problem, my major problem with the Unity Party is their inability to transition from the first round to the second round. Their inability to be tolerant of other people who do not support Joseph Boakai. Their inability to change their tone to be conciliatory and respectful to other people, even when they disagree. That is my only problem with this with the Unity Party. If Boakai is elected today, I don't care. It's not going to take anything away from me. If George Weah is re-elected, I don't care. It is up to the Liberian people to choose who they want. But our problem, and me personally, my problem with Unity Party people, the vindictiveness, the arrogance, the bullying of people, the fakeness in most of the people's behavior, and Joseph Boakai inability to understand common sense, to say when you are supposed to be president for a country, you should know your step, you should know who to go around or who to bring around you. Those are my concerns with Joseph Boakai. I got nothing. All of them got some bad people among them. But of recent, Joseph Boakai continuing to associate himself with people like Stanton Witherspoon. I got nothing personal against Stanton Witherspoon. But if Joseph Boakai was in America here, after being accused and after also coming on camera to take money from a confessed and convicted criminal, if Joseph Boakai was a Democrat or a Republican, they would have asked him to resign. Those are important things to me. Because somebody that's going to lead the whole country does not have the capacity to understand what is bad. The common sense to understand that it is wrong to associate yourself with people who commit crime. How are you going to fight crime? How are you going to fight corruption? When you are aiding and abetting corruption, when you are in video, on camera with criminals, convicted criminals. And how in the world, people that support Joseph Boakai, that advise Joseph Boakai, they didn't see problem with these things? And where in the world that Joseph Boakai is refusing to come and clear his side with the Liberian people? Especially when you gather to go to Ghana to go discuss on 30,000. Costa is going everywhere accusing you of bad things. But now they say Costa is nobody for Joseph Boakai to respond to. But you fail to understand that whatever decision that we're going to be taken by the Liberian people, they're going to be taken by Henry Costa. A lot of people are going to judge Joseph Boakai by some of those revelations because they have documentary evidences. And people used to see Costa with him every day. People know that Costa was the one that managing and, moving Joseph Boakai around. In fact, Costa was the one that kind of rejuvenated the spirit of Joseph Boakai's political life. Now Costa is a nobody because he's not supporting you anymore. So those are things that I personally think, if Joseph Boakai want to be taken seriously, Joseph Boakai should be able to come out to deny or clarify some of those allegations. Joseph Boakai should also openly distance himself from Stanton Witherspoon, who is a convicted criminal that is poised to go to jail anytime for now. But the thing, we have personal problem with Joseph Boakai, or maybe leaning towards CDC. I am not. If I decide tomorrow to say I'm supporting CDC, I will tell people, don't vote for Joseph Parker, go and vote for CDC. If you decide to go to support Joseph Parker, I will tell people, don't vote for Joe, vote for CDC. But the fact I'm not doing that, nobody going to do anything to me. You're not going to shoot me. You're not going to, if you try to shoot me, maybe you will die. You know, if you cost me, if you are important, maybe I'll cost you back. You cost my mom, I'll cost your man back, or something, I'll just ignore you. But you're not going to do anything to me that will take food from my table. Even if I decide to support your way today, nobody's going to do anything. But when you see that we are spreading these things the way we are doing it, because we are staying neutral. And I believe we're going to remain neutral. Because both parties are not good for Liberia, but CDC is presenting herself better than the Unity Party. That's a fact. If you see that as an endorsement for CDC, so be it. I don't care. They should behave. So I just want to answer some of those, respond to some of those people. If you think because of the way we are talking, we are leaning CDC, no, we are not. If you think we are leaning United Party, no, we are not. We're just speaking truth to power. And the reason behind it is that we care more about the Liberian people than we care about individual political parties. Our job is to present the fact to the Liberian people. And the fact remains, the Unity Party is yet to show any responsibility, that there will be responsible leaders, that there will be leaders that will fight corruption. Because Joseph Parker not supposed to be associating himself with criminal when you don't want to be fighting corruption. Joseph Parker not supposed to be associating himself with the likes of Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson had to be the one campaigning or ahead of his campaign. We're supposed to be there to establish war and economic crimes court. Those are valid points. What is in those things that you don't understand? Anyway, Steve, back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kenneth. I saw a post from one of our friends who said, Steve, I bet Steve hit the Unity Party. And that's, she's one of our supporters. She's a Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kun supporter, Ellen Poe.
Ellen Poe is my sister. What happened to her?
I saw a post or whatever it is. She was one of the people that said Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kun were going to sue me or whatever it is. Every time you mention Prince Johnson, they get in their feelings. Let me say something to Ellen and the rest of the people who support Joseph Parker and Prince Johnson. I don't support CDC. I don't have plans to support anybody in the second round. I'm a straight shooter. I say as it is. I don't go around in cycles. And I'm not two-faced. I keep it 100%. 100%. I sleep clear with clean heart. If something bothers me, I say it. Joseph Boakai, Unity Party, they're not good for Liberia. I've been saying it 6 years ago. Unity Party is not good for Liberia. CDC is not good for Liberia. They have not changed, so my position has not changed. Simple. If you say I'm an ANC president, that's your business. I don't care. Many of you who claim that somebody is ANC president or whatever it is, you don't matter to me. Your views are not important. You know why? Because you are even conflicted. 1 minute you call us who support CDC, 1 minute who support ANC, 1 minute who support this. Oh, SKTV was supposed to shut down because Cummins didn't win the election, so that was the end of the world. Who's there here today? Who's there here? Now you're the ones still changing the goalposts from CPP now to CDC. For CDC later on, when we say something about Unity Party that you think is in your favor, will be Unity Party supporter or will be patriotic Liberians. Now you're still changing posts around here. You not see me changing my position? My position changes because the situation has not changed. When the situation changes, then maybe I can change my position. But the situation not changed. Then I can't say, you know, and the country coming burn down. So I got to pizza. Let me pick Joia, or let me pick this person. No, you're sorry. I will stay independent neutral, but while staying independent neutral, I will criticize both CDC and United Party, and you can do nothing about it. That's the most important thing. You who support Joseph Boakai, you can do nothing. You who support CDC, you can do nothing. My position will not change. Both leaders, both United Party, Joseph Boakai, CDC, President Joe Weah, they're not serious. They don't want to do what is right. So how can I support them? How? You think my support is predicated on, and the men are old man, and that your uncle, and you're from the tribe, and you're from the same country? You think that if that aliens will be in line with Joseph Boakai from day one, because I'm from Lofa, I'm supposed to be number one Joseph Boakai supporter. But no. So you can claim what you want to claim. You're entitled to your views, that you're right. As long as you're not physically harming me, it doesn't matter to me. You have the right to your views and express it. There's nothing wrong with it. But I will always try in my possible best to provide the clarity. If you choose to listen to what I say, that's fine. If you choose not to, what can I do? I can't force you to change your mind. So yes, I know SKTV. Personally, I know I don't support nobody. And I'm aware that SKTV is not supporting anybody in this election. No, not yet. As far as I'm concerned. As of today, the information that I know, not yet. Prince Double, my name is spelled B-O-L-A-Y, not L-E-Y. Let me just educate you. I just wanted to check for your correction. So my name is not spelled B-O-L-E-Y. My last name is spelled B-O-L-A-Y. But I don't think being from the Southeast is a bad thing. In fact, I think the Southeasterners are one of the educated people, very good people as well. So are the Lofians, so are the Nemadians, and so are all Liberians. So I'm not sure what coming from the Southeast, if I'm from there, I will have to run away from there. You just never spell my name correctly because that's the spelling you're used to. And that's fine. But at least for educational and information purposes, my last name is spelled B-O-L-A-Y. It's different from B-O-L-E-Y. They might sound the same. So I hope you make the necessary correction on your end. And maybe that would inform your the things that you say about me or people from the Southeast. Maybe that will inform it. But I want to be clear on this though. Let's say we say we're not supporting anybody. You just get mad that we say the truth.
Yeah.
I think that's just the issue, that we're not falling in line. You know what I mean? And that's not how it works. Even your behavior towards us, do you think that's encouraging for us to even lean towards Joseph Boakai? You come here to we pay for this.
Exactly. So Steve, not to cut you off, right?
Every day.
I
don't understand.
If I can support anybody right now, let's say hypothetically, without thinking, without considering anything, should I support anybody right now based on your behavior towards me? Who do you think I will support? Shidishan never been insulting me. They never been accusing me of anything. They have been calling me. They have been talking to me. I've talked to key people. I've talked to a lot of different people. Unity Party people. Some low-level people have called me. And some key players have attempted to reach out, but they're trying to play arrogance with it. And some of them even have threatened me. That's not how you win people. If you think SKTV is important, if you think SKTV will play a major part or impact in these elections, and even in the governing process, you reach out, you show all your platform, convince us, show all what you have in store, show all what you can do for Liberia. But you instead just insulting, attacking, thinking that when you come to bully us, we'll be afraid. No.
Yeah, and that's the part.
The more you attack us, the more you make me to stay away from you. The more you attack, or the harder I will go on your candidate.
That's the part I don't get.
So if you're stupid, you better be smart.
That's the part I don't get, Mr. Kane. You want us to work with
So
you.
anybody who supports Joseph Boakai, you put Labrador first. Anybody who stay on the fence and you don't support Joseph Boakai, that means you don't love Liberia. You're not putting Labrador first.
You know, I don't understand.
Because people who support Joseph Boakai are more Liberian than other people, than the rest of the people. Without that mindset alone, scares me.
Exactly. How
we're not in power yet? They are discriminating against everybody.
How?
And they are protecting you. They're making you as enemy. They are also threatening to do things to you. Imagine if give power to those kind of people, then what's going to happen? You know how many people are going to die?
I just don't understand. I just don't understand, Mr. Kane. And sometimes I sit and I say, what is the strategy?
I don't know.
Even if you want us to, okay, this is politics. I've criticized George Weah. And I'm on record of criticizing President George Weah. But people from President George Weah still reach out. People will criticize you. President George Weah and Joseph Boakai are the two politicians in Liberia that got a longest standing history right now that are still vying for power or that want power. So they will be criticized because they have a record to protect. What's inside here that personal? This thing is not personal. Criticizing Joseph Boakai, if you really listen to us for most of the things we said, it was to prevent Costa and other people from doing some of these things that are happening today. You have never listened to us. You say we know better, you cost us. We told you the papa cannot come to America. Costa be a handler. It didn't make any sense. We told you the papa should not go to the court and testify. We are on record saying it. Because if he does that, he will be leaving himself on record and leaving the party on record. And CDC was strategically doing it to bring division in the opposition. You are never listening to us. What thing we should do now? What you want for us to do? Oh, come and lie and don't criticize Joseph Boakai. Just say Joe Weah that the problem for the entire country. And Joe Weah that day, Joe Weah must go. Let's get rid of Joe Weah that one you want. You'll fall down on your heads. Jada, your leader. You're not serious-minded people. You'll fall down on your heads. You're not serious people. And for the record, your threats you can be making, nobody's afraid of you. You can do nothing. You can't threaten to Costa. I see some of your passing around. Oh, the other person get charged, and the other person get cheering, the other person get charged. You robot? Joseph Boakai not get cheering? You get you? The point who you can be threatening instead of wasting their time. Who told you your minions then some of your matter? If somebody want go after somebody like your leader, the person that who you're making enough that the person that you go after, they're not you. That the children that they should go after, they're not you. You're not important. You're not important. So that threat where you can be passing the wrong way, you don't know who to carry to. And nobody will bully anybody into supporting whoever they wanted to support. Because first of all, you bring nothing to the table, you got nothing to offer. Because if you have something to offer, they will have substantial conversations. They will have some. No, that will clear this thing.
No. I say if you don't mind, when you done, listen.
Check them. They will not put a light together.
Listen. I'm not trying to stop you from saying what you're saying. What I'm saying here, when you're done, let's take a few calls before we go.
Let somebody holler from you. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I can travel. United Party people, you're going to do nothing. The same way I told CDC people. You're going to do nothing to nobody. Nothing you can do. You need to stop this foolishness. If you want people to support you, make the case, let people support you. Even if somebody refuses to support you at the time, it's okay. Just be respectful. But you're passing around, disrespecting people, coming on people's platform to can't challenge and can't intimidate people. You're who? You're waiting. You're waiting. You know who you can carry that thing to. You come on this platform, you will listen to what we have to say. You can disagree or respectfully. We don't have a problem with it. But these threats and these attacks and the bullying thing, you need to stop it. You all need to stop it. It is the wrong way to go. It will never help you. Because even if the United Party were to come to power and you will govern, we'll still be right here. Sometimes you build relationships with people, not just right now. You build relationships because of the future. You never know. But you're just passing around, destroying relationship with everybody. There's some people that are in the United Party that used to be friends with someone else because of our criticism with Joseph Yumambaga. They can't even speak to us. That's okay. It's okay. But I can say always that even after the elections, when you all come back with your fake Sejaha, your leader Joseph Boaga is a fake man. He's a crook and a fake man. And I will continue to say it till I will never retract it. When you're feeling with the election, you keep that same energy going. Because you will not bring your fake self and can say, oh, you know, our election, our politics, guess what? Keep it moving. Because you fake like the person you supported. And that's exactly how it will be. Like you're in Sekou, will be on that thing. Like you're in Sekou, will be on that thing. Me, you're not on that thing. You already know. I drew my land long time ago with some of you, and that land remain there till we meet. Because me, I know I'm going here. If you go in hell, I will not meet you in hell. I'll meet you in heaven.
What thing? They must then Sekou can what thing?
So that you can, when it come back, oh, you know, and then you get diplomatic with them in your state, as well answer your call, as well return your text message, as stupid like you. Joseph Boaga. I know that Joseph Boaga supporter. I know that somebody who can support somebody who is a crook. Or all his record, he's a crook. I know that somebody who can support that person. That me and you will be on that level. No. So I'm saying the place me and you will become friends. That in heaven. And if you're not going to heaven, you're going to hell, then you're on your own now. So me in heaven, we're talking there with Jesus. Because me, I'm going to heaven. You going, I don't know where you're going. I can decide for you. But we'll borrow in heaven, then we'll discuss it there. So long story short, you just start bullying people. You get along with the program. You got a few days to go. Again, even if you were to win, you will need people. Look, governing not easy, eh? Governing not easy. You think when you win election at the end, winning is just the beginning of holding you accountable. So if you think the election 10 years, it will just be finished. Even CDC say, I just looking at them. I just looking at CDC. I'm looking at CDC. If they were to win, because we're going back into the record though. If they are to win, the winning will be scrutinized. And in fact, the criticism will even get harder for CDC. And United Party when it comes to power. So people build relationships now. So today or tomorrow, you can have faith. You can have the opportunity. Listen, support who you want to support. Don't spoil a relationship with people. Because politics will go and come. The election are just from now to the 14th. Everything that you've been doing in 6 years. After the 14-year-old, everything resettled. It resettled. So if you been passing around, been fighting for you on your own. Oh, you're more from here, man. Oh, man, that crook. I can say that crook. Yeah, man.
So folks,
who in power, people. So when you tell Donald Trump he's a liar, he's a crook, that old man, Donald Trump and young boy. When you tell Kumi say he want a finger, he not old man, Kumi and young boy. Joseph Boaga is the #1 old crook in the country and a very unserious old man. I say you're gonna do nothing about that. It is the fact. It has proven to be the fact. And I feel vindicated. And I feel emboldened to even say every day. Yep. It will never change. So with a few calls, Mr. Kenneth say, and then we'll move on.
So people, you can start calling 480-862-0783 or 480-401-2081. Call any of the number and you will participate.
Oh, we're working while we're picking up by next week Saturday. Hopefully we got what we agreed t-shirt because we agreed to the
hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Yeah, I'm calling from Jacksonville, Florida.
Your name is?
My name is Sidewontie Jebo.
Sidewontie Jebo?
Yes, Sidewontie Jebo.
Sidewontie Jebo. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to thank you and Steve for your brilliant analysis. I'm a proud citizen, and criticism is good. The reason why you guys criticizing President Weah, who's running the race, it's not because President Weah is in his house, because he's the president of the country. And everybody wants the best for Liberia. regardless what you support President Weah or whosoever. So whosoever in a race, they should accept criticism. Our country has gone through the dark days, and when we have reached, we don't need to go back, regardless who wins this election. You know? So I won't say when President Weah win, more criticism will come. That will strengthen me better, because any good politician, any good player, the more they criticize you, the more you take your ground work. I thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Sometimes now the thank you very much now kind of like become something for me now. When somebody say thank you very much, you can just remind me of that guy who can say thank you very much. Caller, what is your name and where you calling from? From I think from Iowa. But what is your name? Yes. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Denoir. That's Mr. Bert Denoir, I believe. Are you back in Liberia, in the United States, or you stay in Liberia? Are you back or you here?
Thank you for having me.
Are you back or you stay in Liberia?
Yeah, I'm back here. I'm back. I came. I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Steve's criticism is good, but not just put everything behind us. Whosoever that win, I know Papaka is winning. On the 14th, he will become our president. But all those who hating anybody, I believe it is not a good time for any Liberians. You know, we always speak, and we will continue to speak until few days to come, it will be over. We should not stress ourselves. We are all human. So human there is earth. But Liberia is for all of us. I know those who hating you people, those who hating people on social media or on the media that speak, that criticize people, they don't really know what they are for, or they don't know what they are doing. But however, I just called that I'm back. We will see on Tuesday. And I hope you got my money to buy my ticket. And Sekou, I hope you got my $1,000 to see will buy my ticket.
But I will get the $1,000. You already listen. I will get $1,000 when you change the bet. You change the bet. The bet was I said Joseph Baka will not be president. And you said Joseph Baka will be president.
If you small brother, don't go there.
That me, I don't even want no betting with you no more, because you change in the middle of the game. So go ahead and conclude. Let me take the next caller.
No, today I really appreciate Brad Denoir.
All of us come together after this election. I know Baka is winning on Tuesday.
But now what are you scared to bet for?
All of our president.
If Baka going to win on Tuesday, what are you scared to bet for?
And all of us work with him as time goes by.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. But Steve, get ready to buy my ticket and my suit at the end of this month. And Sekou, get ready to get my $1,000 to put in my pocket as my pocket change.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much. Bye.
All right, thank you. Welcome back.
No problem.
Caller, what is your name and where you calling from? 804 number. I think they want to look like a market is about D credit. I'm not sure.
No, not market is here. Market is not here.
Okay, D credit. Welcome, my brother.
So why your caller name keep saying whoever not in a race? That two people in a race.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, I know, right? That you're going to be Joe of Jodo Bagai.
Yeah, whoever is not in the race. The only Joseph Baka and Joe, we are in the race right now. So you need to start saying whoever. And then, secondly, the guy in Liberia, they did well with the coverage today. I sent $150 to them through Steve. So make sure Steve get the ball in the morning.
My man, don't come put a man in trouble, yo. You sending it now, you already sending.
I'm telling you the thing, what I'm telling you now, right? Corruption can start. I sent Steve small thing for them.
Stop it. Yeah, so that what you call for? Okay, Steve, your man calling enjoy. You won't talk to you. So what's your response?
Well, first of all, I agree with D. Curtis that it should be clear. We shouldn't be deceptive to act like we don't know who else is in the race. That President Joe Weah and Jose Yumamboy guy. That's what we all agree to as Liberian. Remember?
All right.
That's why we go into the second round. But the second part, I disagree with D. Curtis, and I want to be clear because we're on in America. We can joke. we're on public media, and sometimes people might think these things that joke but go a long way. D Curtis has not sent me a cent for anyone, and I will hope and pray he takes it back and not say that in public. It's not a good thing.
No, he's not. He's not on anymore. He already left. I took the next
He
call.
never sent me money, just for the record.
Okay, that's fine. Don't take it serious, man.
No, I just for the Jeff. I want people.
Everybody know the man joking. No, when you say the man take it back, the man not gonna take it back. The man just joking. Everybody know that the man joking. Don't worry about that. He cut it out, man. Caller, what is your name? Where you calling from? 480 number, last 4 DJ. I'm not even sure about it. Go ahead.
3908. That's Prince Massacre calling from Maryland. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, I just called to contribute to the show, okay? I want you guys, since you saying that you are independent, which I know you are not, but let's just take it as face value. Why can't you guys discuss we are pathway to this wonderful election that you think is going to win? Why are we talking about who's going to cheat, who's going to bring people to fight war and all of this? Why are we discussing we're not discussing the substantive issues about this election? The highest job we are going to win. If you cannot win Maserado, you know the results came. Joe, we did not win Maserado. He did not win Nimba County. These are counties that, win one of these counties. Heavily before you came, ever think about winning any presidential election like, bro? Why are you guys discussing and forgetting about all of that? What's going on?
Okay. You done?
Huh? No, I'm not done. I'm asking you. You got to be interactive.
No. I've decided not to do that with you because every time I do that, you kind of insult or disrespect our platform. So every time you call now, I'll just allow you to say whatever you got to say. When you're done, then we'll let you go. We'll continue with the show.
So, Mr. Connor, can I just answer his question? Because that's a good question.
This guy don't deserve to have.
No, I'll just answer the question. Let me answer the question shortly.
Because every time we have tried, you have disrespected us, and I don't like that.
Mr. Connor, let me answer the main question. I beg you. Let me answer the question.
Okay.
Yeah, Prince. Thank you so much. I think that's a very, very good question. But I think you are asking the wrong people because we are not in Jowia camp. We are not in Joseph Yuma Bwaga camp. This is the second round. This is not the first round. In the first round, we discuss everybody pathway, generally to the second round, because we said that there'll be no win on first ballot, right? In the second round, it's up to you guys. And you are a Unity Party or Joseph Yuma Bwaga supporter, you can reach out to me or say, gentlemen, I would like to come on the show to discuss our pathway as Unity Party partisan or Joseph Yuma Bwaga supporter, and I want to challenge anybody from the CDC camp to come there because I said there is no pathway here. But wait now, Prince. Hey, Prince, listen. You spoke, we listen to you. Don't interrupt me. That's what you say we can do. I don't play that. So listen.
No, don't come on in it.
So listen.
Yeah, when you say that you're disrespecting me now.
No, because I want
you can do. I told you say you can't have a mutual conversation with this guy. So I don't want you to just tell him whatever you want to tell him.
That's what I'm trying to remind him that I think what he can do with you.
Yeah, but don't just say what he and Sekou can do.
So Prince, here's the issue. When you are ready to come on the show, reach out to us. We'll make time, yeah? Carry your recommendation to your party. Carry your recommendation to your party. Carry your recommendation to your people. CDC. Okay. CDC can come on here. Listen, Prince, listen now. Let me finish. CDC can come on here and make the case as well. So carry that recommendation somewhere else because we don't take order from you about what the topic to discuss.
Let me just finish my thought so I can drop the line.
Sure.
Okay, what I'm saying here is that lately I've been listening because the SKTV was expressly heavily biased in favor of the ANC, okay, which is the CTV, quote unquote. Okay, so you guys did that and were not successful. So now I think that trend, the same way CTV moved to CDC, which is the ANC, SKTV are also moving in that direction, which is a fine thing. Because we knew that the Promise and the ANC, we knew they were auxiliary of the CDC. So we knew that when we were fighting the CDC, that we them both, we're going to be all of it together. So, when you discuss the issue about election matters and you're not discussing the issues, but you are living that you're talking about election breaking, they're bringing somebody from Ivory Coast, they brought somebody from Ghana. How is that possible? A ruling party is crying power for God's sake. How is that possible? Now you guys have to make this thing look like, if you want to be a journalist and be objective. do. You can't be biased, against somebody because you hate GMB so much. That's not what I call it, bro. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So, and Prince Masako, I even forgot to tell him one thing, and if he's still listening, your tribalism, I want you to take it somewhere else. Every time you come here, you accuse Sekou, we do this, Sekou is doing this because of Musability. Sekou is doing this, Sekou is doing that because of Musability. I don't want you to continue on that trend. You are a tribalist. We have said that to you before, but I just want you to keep your tribalism to yourself now on SKTV. Sekou is a grown man. I got grandchildren. And I make independent decisions. I support who I want to support. I criticize who I want to criticize based on issues, based on facts. But that stereotyping, Sekou is supporting the CPP because of Musability. Sekou is supporting CEC because of Musability. As if to say, Musability pays my bill. Musability is the one that's responsible for me. The Musability to make decisions for me. I know those comments are predicated hugely upon tribal sentiment. Because Musability is a Madingo, I'm a Madingo. That's why you think everywhere Musability go, I'll go there. I'm now a follower like you guys. I'm now one of the group thinkers. You are a tribalist, and I know that's one of the reasons why you support Joseph Nima Boakai. Because Joseph Boakai is a tribalist. So all of you that support him, somehow, some ways, you have some level of tribalism in you. But just have it, but don't bring it to us here. We don't believe in tribalism. Our decisions are not driven by tribalism. You people are a bunch of tribalists that will say and do anything, thinking that you can get away with it. No, now with me. I must say this. I am a Madingo. I'm a proud Madingo. I am a Muslim and I'm a proud Muslim. Anybody attack me or attack anybody based on their tribe or religion, I will deal with you. If you attack somebody because of their tribe, I will deal with you. I will do whatever I can. I will use everything within my arsenal to deal with you. Even outside of SKTV. Because I know we have been at the receiving end of systematic tribalism in Liberia for years. For many, many decades, we have been victim of systematic tribalism. So anybody come here want to remind me of that, believe me, I will not hesitate to take you on. Tribalists are not welcome on SKTV. Religious bigots, tribal bigots are not welcome on SKTV. I'm a Muslim, I'm a Madingo, and I'm proud for who I am. And I never wish one day to become something else. Never ever. I've never thought of that. I've never even dreamed of that. So I'm proud for who I am. So that your tribalism, you must keep it to yourself. The next time, let me say this to you. The next time you issue tribal slurs or any sense of ethnocentric behavior, we will permanently block you from SKTV. This place does not belong to tribalists. can disagree. You can support who you want to support. You can say whatever you want to say about anybody. But trying to involve me in your tribalism, the next time I see it, you will be permanently blocked from SKTV, and I'll block you from my personal page, never to see me on anywhere on social media. You begged me to unblock you, and I did. But this is my final warning to you. Prince Masakwe and all other tribal bigots. That's what I have to tell you.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. I didn't think you would. Other people might not know the straight side of you normally because you're always smiling, you chill. I didn't think you would talk like this in public, but I'm glad you did. And this is why I always tell the fools that I got a lot of fools at Blago. I think Prince Masakwe on my Facebook. I block all of them from day one. They will never again, unless they bring different name. As they come back with different name, I'll block them again. That's why sometimes I can be very strict with them on their social media. You will not cross line and get comfortable. Because they don't deserve to be in a society where people can work together and understand. And these things, it go a long way. Some of them don't understand what it means to be part of what a different religion or different tribes or whatever. You don't pick this thing. They're not thing that you pick. People don't born and say, I won't be born as a Christian or in a Christian family. Or so some of these things, when these people come out with it, I don't negotiate with them. I don't. There is Prince Masakwe and there is one other guy. I know why me. I don't want to get any attention, but one other funny guy that can be saying in the cartoon, you always come in and read funny thing or whatever in a picture you get, and he looks funny. He looks funny, but here we don't clown, So you won't be funny, it's okay, but go look for the place where you can clown. Because 11 my 1 minute or you will not even be on the platform again. You know me, I don't play like that. Oh, you know me. Long time I black you. And one thing I know, if I black you, I don't unblack you. I don't do that. I don't. So I make sure I make up my mind to black you first, deliberately before I do it. But folks, thank you for those of you who always come here. Those of you who always come here and watch and follow SKTV, we appreciate you. There's some very good Liberians that support Joseph Yuma Boakai. Let me say it. There's some very good and responsible people that support Joseph Yuma Boakai, and they wish they could get other people to support Joseph Yuma Boakai. I will encourage them to continue to do what they are doing. Continue to do it. Because even when Joseph Yuma Boakai, or if he is ever elected, look, it goes a long way. Part of the reason I made Jowea ineffective and made the CDC ineffective, you know that what? They had the same posture when they just won the election. They were very disrespectful. They thought that the words around them because they win election. So they saw how they isolated people. And at the same and up until now, I believe CDC regrets their action. They might not say it in public, but they regret their action. Because we're all Liberians. You can't isolate Liberians. You can't isolate Liberians and think that, you will survive on an island or so forth. You can't do that. You can't do that. So, hey, the party got a long way to go. I'm just sorry that after the election, if they don't win this election, which it don't look like it, even though they're making themselves feel that way, that's okay to make themselves feel fine. If they don't win this election, I don't know if we'll be talking about a unity party being in existence again. I don't know. Because the plans to permanently destabilize unity party is so high. Because many of them will be on their bellies begging, going back. Many of them will be looking for a new home. And don't even mind all the noise. Which one of them will put a name up there to say they won't pay for that building that they just took? Okay. The thing you also worry about, you're not worried about it. You're coming here to come fight up. No problem. Me, I know myself because I know I'll be laughing and I will remind you of today. I know I will be laughing. I will remind you of today. And I want people can say, "Oh, you can't be too nice to people. You can't be."
You never know yet, Steve. You never know who's going to win. It's an election.
No, that's why I say I leave it open.
Yeah, Unity Party can win, CDC can win.
Then we'll decide.
I think anybody can win this election.
But I know I will remind, if Unity Party does not win, I'll remind them about today.
They can win. It's still not a problem to me. The only problem is they just need to change their behavior. That's all. You have to understand that there will always be diversity. People will always support you and some people go against you. Everybody's not going to support you. If we were only entertaining people who support SKTV, then we'll not have a lot of people here.
Yep. There's some people who disagree.
We only allow people who come and say good thing about SKTV, they will not have a lot of people here.
But Mr. Kane,
can you everybody? Sometimes you can come and insult us. It's a lot, anything that's based on politics, I don't really take it personal. But once you attack my personality and taking it to my tribe, my religion, that is immaterial to the conversation, then definitely you will get me to contend with. Other than that, I don't care. Politics is politics. People can say anything or do anything.
Mr. Kane,
anybody can win,
Do you recall?
God knows exactly who's going to win this election.
Mr. Kane,
none of us knows anything.
Can you recall when SKTV around 2019, SKTV were highly critical of 2019, 2020, highly critical of Alexander Cummings and the ANC.
Yeah.
Oh, they hate our guts because we pointed out that they were keeping Alexander Cummings in a box, and they did not want anybody for the man to come on for interview to tell LeBron what he can do for him. Oh, I still remember. I still got messages.
And I wanted that we also said that they were intolerant.
Exactly.
We told them that they were being very arrogant. We told them that they are putting Cummings in a box. We told them that as long as they continue to put Cummings in the box, Cummings will not go anywhere.
Yep.
That was even before Cummings started going on social media to start taking interview and talking to people. And our very first interview with Cummings, we were insulted. Munafa then went and made a special show just to insult me. But these people, they don't learn. We have been very consistent. If you do what is right, we'll talk about it. If you're doing the wrong thing, we'll talk about it. We don't care how you feel about us. Sometimes when you are the receiving end, or you are the receiving end of the negative part of it, then you think that we are against you or we hate you. If you are, at the positive end of it, you think that we support you. That's the mindset some of you have. No. We always speak truth to power, regardless of who is at the receiving end. I think we got to call it a day, Steve. We've been here now for almost 3 hours.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you, Mr. Kane. Tomorrow we'll be on. We appreciate all of you, our viewers and our listeners. Thank you for all you do. To be honest with you, kudos to many of you who support us.
Yeah, so while you were talking, somebody, I hear the cash app sound. Somebody sent $15. Let me see.
So
don't call my name. Yeah, hold on 1 second.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much for all your support, folks.
Yeah, the person says nothing. The name is Alfred. Alfred, thank you so much for.
It's been a very good. It's been a very good time with many of you. Thank you. We appreciate you. You have been very, very good to us. To those of you who come here, it's okay for you to disagree. Just be respectful.
So somebody also sent $25, but they say no name. They want to remain neutral, so anonymous.
Thank you, folks.
Just a second, Steve. I want to make sure I don't miss people donating that we ignore it. I don't want that. Okay. Those are the two people. One to probably give $25, somebody give $15. Thank you so much for supporting SKTV. We appreciate it.
Right. So yeah, and we'll be here tomorrow. We'll also go through what we see from the CDC, like we did with Unity Party today. So CDC will be on the menu tomorrow. We'll go through what we see from them, and we'll go from there. We're here. UP people are the people that we hate, but we say the truth. We don't hate Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai is a Liberian. We don't hate him. We don't hate Unity Party at all. We don't. To be To be very, very frank, we don't hate Unity Party. I don't hate Joseph Boakai. I don't hate you, but that's just who I am naturally. I'm coy as it is. Sekou is much on a camera, and that's who Sekou is. Sekou will go to party, he will dance, right? But me, I will not dance. I will sit down, I'll be very in person. You see me, you'll be like, how Sekou more active than I got, That's just our nature. But I'm passionate about speaking what is right and what is truthful. I don't go behind the horse with it. And the way Sekou might say it, I might not say it that way. That's just our nature. But we don't hear nothing about Joseph Yuma Boakai. But if Joseph Yuma Boakai behaving a crooked way, I will say he's a crook. That's just who I am. So sorry if the crook hurts you. If you feel like saying Joseph Boakai is a crook, it hurts you. Guess what? I'm not going to take it, but I'm not going to change. And for the record, Joseph Boakai remains the crook that he is. Whether he win election or not, he's a crook. Just so we know. Thank you, Mr. Kane. And thank you very much. I got it wrong. Mr. Kane.
All right. Yeah, we gotta leave it there for today. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. It's always nice to have all of you here. SKTV, the help listener.
First time I saw your face, I knew I was in love. Baby, your smile takes my breath away. And they can say what I want, girl, I don't mind. As long as you are by my side. Baby, you smile of paradise. Baby, girl, come be my love life. How many